Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, another live stream, Friday night one. Just set my thing up here so I can see what's going on. Weapons and stuff's on as far as I'm aware. Right, mate. T800's on. Right, mate. And Jumble Sail Boo. Right, mate. Jumble Sail Boo said, "Are we about to start? Just got in from the pub, so game on." Yeah, just starting now, mate. Can you hear me all right? All of you lot? You hear some kids shouting and crying in the background? That's my niece and nephew staying over for the weekend. They're in bed at the minute. They're 2 and 4. But yeah, you might hear them because they've been put to bed. They like to have a shout and cry when they get put to bed. And I may have to go off. I'm going to leave this running. I don't know when this is going to happen or if it'll happen. But I might as well just tell you. I'm dying to go to the toilet. Not a piss. But I can't go to the toilet at the minute because someone's in there. So at some point in this stream, I may have to disappear for 10 minutes and come back. Right, glad you can hear me all right. Yeah. So, what's been going on today? Oh, I've been in the shed today. Finally started getting some of the crossbow done. I did some work today and yesterday doing the trigger block, which is probably the hardest bit of the whole thing, the most difficult bit. Crimp it, mate. Think of England. Well, the thing is, I've been bloody waiting for about an hour already. What was I saying? The trigger block is probably the most difficult for the amount of work you've got to do, drilling and shit like that. So I've done most of the hard work on that, so all the rest now be easy work. Like woodworking, I find that easy to do. All of the drilling, constant drilling for fucking hours, quite hard work. Jim Crow asked, "Good one, my mobile went off. I have a shit if you need to." I will do eventually, mate. I may not even be able to get in there yet, but yeah, if I need to, I'll let you lot just chat to yourselves for 10 minutes. I just thought I'd tell you. Might as well be honest, didn't we? You know what I mean? Yeah, so I ain't got the actual stuff up here for the I was going to show you what I've done, the work I've done, but I've cut out the nut, what they call the roller nut's been cut out. Jumble Sabu said, just don't take the microphone in there with you. No, do a bit of old naked gun, yeah. The crap with the microphone on. No, luckily I ain't got one of them like lapel things. T800's on. Right, mate. Yeah, so Monday, as long as I ain't got nothing else to do, I'll do some more. I'll do some more of the crossbow, finish off the trigger block. I've got enough footage to do part 3 now, which will be. I've got all the bits on the computer, so I could probably do them. I might do them tomorrow. Put part 3 on. I was going to try and finish the trigger block first, and then put the video on. But I don't want to do it. If you have too much footage, it goes on for like 20 minutes. You know, I don't think it bothers people, but you know. How many we got on then? 12 viewers. So what you lot been doing today? Last comment I got on here was T800. Jim Crowhurst, hi T800, you're all good. I watched a couple of the videos, not videos, the films that we mentioned. I did watch one of the videos, the gonna sound like a related video now. Terry Kokora shits himself. That was funny. Now I watched 2 of the films we mentioned, which I'll talk about them later when we've got a couple more people on. Callum Peach is on. All right, mate. Jumbo Sabu. What are your thoughts about the Scottish guy who was convicted for telling a joke on YouTube? Bad days, mate. Yeah, terrible, really, isn't it? In a way, it don't surprise me though, because every now and then they like to sort of make an example of people, don't they? I should have never really gone to court. You know, it shouldn't have gone as far as it has. It's ridiculous, really, isn't it? But I have watched. Well, I haven't watched the videos, but I've seen there's been a lot of videos about that. Callum Peach walking home from work carrying a barbecue and trying to watch you on my phone. Fuck say, I just imagine, yeah. A bit like that. Weapons and stuff. Was descaling the kettle and coffee machine today. About 6 warnings on the acid I used, so I thought it would be funny to put a load of NBC CIMC gear on and film it. Always followed the label. Lol. Oh, that's so. Yeah, some of that old stuff is, you know. Well, it's saying that a lot of them have warnings, but ain't as bad as they sound. But yeah, no, I look forward to that video. Something else that will be coming up will be I've got this sword down to have a proper look at it. Although I've had it for years, I've never really done anything with it. So there'll be stuff coming on that, and I'll talk about that in a minute. T800, what about the new YouTube firearm attack? Yeah, no, that takes a piss as well. I reckon that'll eventually start getting worse to, you know, just guns in general, and then it'll be weapons and Callum Peach. And they say men can't multitask. Yeah, I know. Lucky said, love, truth, beauty, happiness, knowledge. Callum said, nice sabre, profit. Prep for it, so it said, nice sword. Yeah, I've never really looked into it properly, but I decided to have a proper look at it and try and find out what it is. And it is a Japanese Type 32 cavalry sword, possibly original. If you look at the blade does look really old and looks good as well. I'm going to need to make a bolt for here, though. There's a whole bolt's missing. And get off the silver paint. Someone's spray painted it silver or something. Weapons and stuff. Have you heard Pornhub has started inviting people over in their safer work section? You know what? I didn't even know they had a safer work section. I bet a lot of people don't. No, I never knew that. I'd have to go in there and have a look. Murray Lockery, that looks legit, man. Where did you get it? That was given to me probably more than 18 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, from a friend of mine called Mark, who had moved from up north to down south, and he just didn't want it. Gave it me, and I remember walking home drunk with it, probably pulling it out, swinging it about. Yeah, and then because it's always just been up on display, I've never really properly looked at it. And I think I just assumed it was probably just a replica. But the more I look at it now, I don't think it is. What makes you think it's a replica is this old shitty silver paint on it. But I think someone else has put that on there. Can of pizza, safer wank. Weapons and stuff like cavalry sabers tend to be the curved type. All right, yeah, yeah. It's got a nice little curve on it, isn't it? Yeah, there was 2 different kinds. I think this was like the when I do the video, I'll do a bit more detail on it because after I can't remember off the top of my head. But there was like a officer's one and then another one, and this was the other one, if you know what I mean. Double Sabu, do you have any military affairs where you are? I've got one coming up in my town in April. Good place to get antique trench knives and sword canes legally. We must have, but I've never got any money. I never go to them. But yeah, I'd say we definitely have Double Sabu. Got to. Yeah, I'll have to go to some. I like going to our car boot sales, but go to the car boot sales now. The last car boot sale I went to, there was nothing there apart from a little shitty old cutlery that was covered in rust, and that was the only things I could find useful, you know. Jim Crowhurst, nice blade. Is there any history to it, mate? Well, that's the thing. I don't know. And I don't want to ask the bloke who gave me it in case he wants it back. I suppose I could ask him. I've no idea where he got it from. But yeah, he just gave me it one night when I was drunk. And I thought, all right, thanks. That ain't. Prep for it. It's good for zombies. Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what's got me into it again. Sort of wanting to get it out was Jack Striker's videos. He's been getting his swords out and having a test, and I thought, oh, I'll give mine a bit of a test. But it needs the bolt first, because that is like the main pin in the handle just there, missing. But I'm going to have to make one, because it's got like a tapered head. Taylor Shaw, right, while we're here, I would like to tell you how I like the way you use basic tools and methods to make all kinds of stuff without fully equipped workshop. Cheers for us all of us out here. Yeah, cheers, Taylor Shaw, appreciate that. I was thinking about, because you mentioned, I was thinking about it today. But I actually prefer to work that way. It's a lot, in a way, it's easier. When I was doing this trigger block today, I had a piece of steel and it needed to be drilled. But I thought, fuck it, I'm going to try and punch through with a hammer. And I did. But I managed to make the holes in the steel without even drilling it. You know, Dumble Sabu, yeah, eBay killed off car boots. Yeah, nothing when you go now. And then eBay, you can't buy knives either, though, can you now? Weapons stuff, it's a small curve, so it's probably a heavy cavalry saber. The light saber Jack has a much bigger curve, but obviously depends on the individual design and if the army fielded 2 cavalry types. Yeah, when I do the video, I'll know a little bit more about it. Like off the top of my head, I can never bloody remember things. But yeah, there was 2 kinds, and there was the one for actually people on a horse, and then I think this was like for the other, you know, foot soldier sort of thing. Bushcrapping, how do, gents? You right, mate? Weapon stuff. The confusing thing with cavalry swords is the light and heavy refer to the cavalry type, not the sword size or weight. No, right, that's interesting. Might have to get some of my books out as well. I've got some sword books. Jim Crowhurst had trouble finding the Universal Survival channel, mate. Can you link it out? Yeah, I will. I'll well, there should be a link on that video. But I'll definitely sort you out the link anyway. I don't know if I'll be able to do it on here. I'll try and get you on here quickly. Prep for it. Remember to make the handle pin authentic. Fallen expert. I will do. Shouldn't be too bad. All it's got to be is tapered like a screw head and with 2 holes in it to turn it. You know what I mean? Jumble Sabu, Newark Auto Jumble is good. The last time I went there was an original trench knife for 100 quid. Wish I'd bought it, hindsight and all that. Yeah, it's always the way, isn't it, mate? Always the way. Right, just going to look for Universal Survival quickly, and I'll see if I can put a link. No, I can't see any things at the minute. Hang on. I'll just come back quickly. Jacob Taylor, you all right, mate? He said, evening, we're talking about swords. Well, that just happened to be what I had in my hand at the minute. Got some films that we're going to talk about. So I watched some of the films we spoke about. Sword. Well, so I've got a list of stuff. I want to ask you some advice on some as well. Right, hang on. I was coming up with something then. Right, hang on, I'll tell you in a minute. Find this fucking channel. Callum Peach, you can only buy Stanley knives on eBay. So that's, yeah, I know. I remember watching fucking Watchdog. It was UK Watchdog that made that happen. And I remember watching it the day they did it. And it actually really badly pissed me off because the day that eBay banned knives, what caused it was Watchdog saying, I'll get you the exact knife when I've got it. Hang on. Watchdog, UK Watchdog was saying that eBay was selling flick knives. And they were saying this knife, this actual knife is what they showed, was a flick knife. It's not a flick knife at all. It's just a liner lock that is a stiletto style, you know. And down to these and a couple of other things that was being sold, they eBay banned knife sales. all down to Watchdog and talking shit, basically. Right, here's that link if it works. That's Universal Survival channel. If not, just search. It's Universal Survival. Yeah, Universal Survival. One word, all in capitals. Weapons, I've said. I think it's the light cavalry is hit and run cavalry. Heavy cavalry is the type that charges in and then swings swords about inside troop formations. Normally heavy cavalry had armor, Napoleonic era. Yeah, when I come to do it, I'll find out the details again. I had a quick look and Dumble said, boo, why did you sell your 8mm Desert Eagle? I was just skint, mate. It was when my American mate was coming to visit and I needed some money so we could do some stuff, and it was the easiest way to get money, to be honest. I mean, I could always probably buy it back later. Did that link work, anyone? Dumble said, boo, yeah, saw the Watchdog episode 2. They presumed eBay due to underage knife. They pressured eBay due to underage knife sales. I remember watching it. Well, badly pissed me off. It was bullshit. Made up bullshit, you know. Cannon Peach, you would think they would do some research. What? Yeah, being Watchdog. I know. And that's what made me think, again, is after stuff they say bullshit then, you know. But I know this ain't a flip knife. I've got the fucking knife in my hand at the time watching the fucking episode. Do you know what I mean? Terrible. T800. I got a real Freddy Krueger glove replica with sharp blades, I think. I got it 2006. Maybe it was before the ban. Yeah, I can't actually remember the year they did it. Jim Crowhurst downloaded the account. Ben Affleck is really good in it, mate. Weapons and fighting skills you'll love. I didn't get to watch The Accountant, but I watched a couple of the films that we mentioned, and later on I'll tell you what ones I watched. In fact, I'll do it in a minute because there's quite a few people on now. I'll tell you which ones I watched and how much I liked them. So Weapons Stuff reminds me of the whole zombie knives bullshit. I get a lot of interesting knives on D&B Militaria, where I got my D-Axe from. There were some interesting bayonets on there. Love the old Swiss STG 57 bayonet. Jim Crowhurst, just sub, mate. THX, Watchdog do-gooder should be plumbed to death. Yeah, exactly. Bush Grapping, was that Watchdog thing the one where they said you can buy tweets and mace? Yeah, if it wasn't, that was another one. But I remember seeing that, yeah, when they had accidentally happened to like one time. Yeah, yeah. Or was that Amazon? I'm not sure, Bush Grapping, but I remember something very similar to that. It was either the same episode or one about Amazon, possibly. Maybe it was the same thing. But yeah, tasers, yeah. Bush Grapping tasers, not tweets. I thought that was a bit weird. Well, because technically buying tweets could be a thing. Callum Peach is just like when the US news shows an AR-15 semi-auto and call it a full auto military assault weapon. Yeah, don't they think AR means assault rifle? Yeah, that's it, assault rifle 15. Right, I'll tell you the two films I watched over the week. I watched Blue Ruin and I watched Hardcore Henry. Now, I'll talk about quickly Blue Ruin quickly. If you've not seen Blue Ruin, it's a revenge sort of thriller, I suppose, but quite realistic and not over the top. And I really liked it. I was going to come up with my own rating system. Instead of 5 stars, I'm going to give it 5 knuckle dusters out of 5. So anyway, yeah. Blue Ruin I really liked. But Hardcore Henry, I fucking loved it. I loved Hardcore Henry. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I was sort of buzzing after watched it. I thought it was a wonderful film. Honestly, I thought it was brilliant. Hardcore Henry is nearly a perfect film for me. There's things I like to happen in films, and some of these things happen in films, but you very rarely ever get these 3 things happen in a film. 3 films I love in films are decapitations, especially a head rolling across the floor. I love seeing a head roll across the floor. Right, head decapitations. I love hearing the word cunt in a film. There's a lot of films and TV shows won't say cunt. So I would love hearing the word cunt in a film. Well, in Hardcore Henry, there is a bit where someone says cunt. And then the other thing I love in a film is a bit of singing. Hardcore Henry had a bit of singing too. So yeah, that makes Hardcore Henry pretty much a perfect film for me. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved Hardcore Henry. And it was like watching a computer game, and you could almost feel like you was in it. But yeah, highly recommend Hardcore Henry. I'd give Hardcore Henry 6 knuckle dusters out of 5. Yeah, I genuinely, it's one of the best films I've seen for ages. Hardcore Henry, absolutely loved it. Well worth watching. And I did watch a uncut version of Bad Taste, thinking I hadn't seen it, but I couldn't actually see anything in it that I hadn't seen before. So who knows? All right, Callum Peach, weapons and stuff said assault rifle 15, Callum Peach, armor light rifle, weapons and stuff, but the media doesn't know that. Yeah, they think it's assault rifle, don't they? Callum Peach, or however you spell it. Jim Crowhurst, mate, didn't get to finish your last vid. Knife looked nice and chunky. You selling it? Which one? What, the review? If it's the last one I reviewed, I probably will sell it eventually. Someone's got dibs on it though. If they don't want it, you can. Weapons stuff said I will have to check it out. I genuinely loved it, mate. Jim Crowhurst, hardcore was the box. It's brilliant. I absolutely loved it. It's funny as well. Really funny. Really graphic violence. You really like the characters you're supposed to like. You hate the ones you're supposed to hate. Action's really good, but I'm not really into action films, but I really like this. It wasn't over the, well, I'd say it is over the top. It's brilliant, but it's not boring action, if you know what I mean. I get bored of some action, but it's just too the same. This is brilliant. THX, have you ever seen Isle of Death uncut? It's bloody hilarious. Always cheers the moon. I'm not sure if I've seen that. I'd have to look it up, mate, because I think I know what that film is, but I'm not sure. I'll have to write it down. Virus, I've got it ready to watch. Weapon and stuff, yeah, I sold a handmade First Blood knife. The only way I could do it was on .com and international buyers only. Jack Striker, a lot of the zombie knives have been relabeled and still available. Tend to just have different names now. I would say they are still available. Yeah, I knew they was going to do that. You know, you can easily get round after these laws. They're so ridiculous. And all right, Jack, I didn't say hello. You all right, mate? Under the Predator machete is on Blades and Bows. Yeah, I'm actually probably going to try and get that. What was I going to write down? Island of Death. Has that got a big bald bloke with a moustache going around like chopping people's limbs off and stuff? Yeah, Hardcore Henry, probably one of the best films I've seen for a long time. Absolutely loved it. I went downstairs after I watched it, talking to my brother about it, one of my younger brothers, and I was sort of like, I couldn't stop talking about it. I absolutely loved it. Brilliant film. Callum Peach, is the whole thing first person? Yeah, the whole entire film is out of his eyes. RDP, all right, mate. All right, Rob. Bristol, hi, Mike. You all right, mate? What have you got for sale? Anything interesting? Well, I have got like nearly all the knives I get are for sale, but nothing like specifically yet. I'll probably do a video soon though. But if anyone ever sees anything you like the look of and you can't get it, feel free to message me saying, do you want to sell that knife? Or whatever, you know, as long as it's a legal thing you can just sell. You know, chances are I would possibly sell it, you know. No harm in asking, that's all I'd say. I'd say they were short, 1 hour later here, and half pissed, so off to the wooden hill now, all the best. Good night, mate. RDP, Battle Royale, yeah, I love it. I've got both of them on DVD. The second one's not quite as good, is it? But yeah, I have. I've got both Battle Royales on DVD. First one, very good. Second one, you know what I mean? But worth watching. Yeah, but they are good. Callum Peach, TGE one Matt uses in the film Predator. Yeah, the one Matt using. Yeah, I've seen it because yeah. Anyway, yeah, I went on after you mentioned it. I've actually been on Laserbow since then and looked it up. I've seen what they had on their what's it, discount web. You know, they're doing a sale, aren't they? THX, no mate, it's on the Greek island. A couple on the. Oh, I have heard of that then, but yeah, that's not what I was thinking. Yeah, I must have watched something about banned films or extreme films or something, and that was on it. Yeah, Rumble Sabu might get the Predator machete from Swords and Blades, as they sold a higher quality version of the Predator machete for 40 quid, which is much better quality. Swords and Blades, what? Swordsandblades.com or RDP? What is the small pistol on the left of your crossbow? Which one, mate? This one? If it's this one, it's a Webley Mark 1. Old as the hills, but it's got like a bent barrel and needs some parts for it. Bushcrapping, I'd love a machete, and I could really see the use for one, hacking up vegetation to get to swim on the rivers. But I'm sure Firearm Squad would get called. Yeah, not worth the risk in certain situations. You know, if you get down a bit of a river where no one would ever see you, possibly. But I wouldn't risk it. Jim Crowhurst took the words out of my gobby mouth. Didn't want to ask, but yeah, I'll message you directly for sales. Yeah, I'd feel free, anyone, if you see anything on my channel, you like the look of it, like knives anyway, not that kind of stuff, because you can't sell that online anyway, but anything that you could buy off from a shop, if I've got it, you know, ask me. RDP, yep, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it's an old, I don't know how well that comes across from there, but it's an old Mark 1, needs some new parts though. Well, when I got the money, I'm going to buy it. The only thing is they didn't have all the parts I need, because it may possibly need a new barrel. I think the barrel's slightly bent. It don't look too bad. Maybe I straightened it, but it was bent at one time. It had been in a shed for years, just like chucked about, covered in rust. But I'm going to try and do it up one day. Dumble Sabu, have you seen the new United Cutlery Law Enforcement Thumper? Going to be legal to buy in the UK. I'm going to get one. No, but I'll have a quick look now. Nice to know what you can get, because thing is, I don't look up a lot of stuff anymore because I just don't ever know what you can get. Oh, that's not working. I'll write it down and have a look, mate. Where's my pen gone? Lost my pen now. RDP, they are becoming quite collectible now. Hold on to it. Definitely. Oh, I'll never sell it. It's technically it's not mine really, but it's my dad's really. But oh, there it is. But yeah, no, I don't think I'd ever sell that anyway, just because of how rare it would be. Because that's an old gun, isn't it? Really. Yeah, definitely need some parts though. That's the only thing. It's quite battered. RDP, maybe it can shoot around corners. Yeah, exactly. Right, I'll look up the United Cutlery Thumper later, mate. Bristol, how do I contact you privately? Email. Go onto my channel, go onto the About bit, and somewhere on the About bit should be my email. Yeah, exactly. I see your Tramontina machete on the wall. Great, sturdy, inexpensive, best budget machete. Yeah, they're great, really, aren't they? I think both of them are. That one there, I ain't got the one up there, as I was saying. That one and that one, but I ain't got them both up there. But yeah, I've got two of them. Well worth getting. Bushcrapping said, when did the 12-foot-pound rule come in? Does anyone know? I don't know personally, mate. I ain't got a clue, to be honest. I ain't got a clue. I never thought of looking into that, you know. That's quite interesting now you mention it. Yeah. Never ever, no. Dumblesale Boo, the Thumper looks Like a nice bit of kit, truncheon shaped baton. Ah, right. Yeah, when I just went on Google on here, it started going to some weird microphone thing, so I thought I better not, because every time I do something like that, this freezes, and I can't read the comments. I have to turn the bloody thing off, because it's a really crap, fucked up old laptop. The computer does the streaming, but I do the comments on this laptop. Most crap, and I've always wondered if older, more powerful rifles would be grandfathered in. Yeah, that's actually a really interesting thing, and I've never ever thought about it till you just mentioned it. So if not, I'll have a look into that myself. But yeah, interesting. Suppose someone don't know. Jim Crowhurst, mad. RDP is probably only 2 miles from me. Hello, Mush. Ah, nice. Yeah, it's interesting. I had a subscriber on here once who I randomly found out. Neither of us knew where we lived. And then I somehow found out where he lived from going on his videos because it said where he lived or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But he literally lived about 2 minutes away from me. Tier 100. What is the shorty shotgun? That's a BB 12, Spaz 12. Up there. BB gun, whatever they are, 6mm, whatever, plastic BBs. Jumbo Sabu, did you see the links to some of the films I mentioned? Ah, sorry, mate, I did get your email. I have a habit of reading emails and then not replying to them. I did get your email and I did read them. I can't remember if I looked at the bloody links or not. Maybe I didn't, if I can't remember, but I definitely did get the emails. I said to myself, I'll do that later, and then I forgot. I've got a terrible, terrible habit doing that. But yeah, now you've reminded me, I'll do that. Jacob Taylor, Ronnie Craig got done for the first time with a Webley Mark 1. Ah, nice. That's weird, isn't it? Weapon and stuff. A lot of the older rifles were less powerful because they have better seals, etc. Over time, quite interesting to look up UK legal air guns in the US and see what the real foot-pounds of those rifles are. A lot of them are 20 foot-pounds with the original springs in and no limiters. Oh, like before they come over here, sort of thing, yeah. RDP Spaz is an airsoft gun. Bush grappling, yeah, I've seen that, mate. A lot of the FX stuff is watered down. Bit confused about what we're writing about sometimes. Bit of coffee in the old Crocodile cup. I've forgotten my list. Right, might as well say this. Don't forget to like the video for me. Get a bit of gets it out there a bit more. Share it if you want. RDP, you've caught up on the comments. Yeah. Number 7, Mike, do you know Paul Sykes? Yes, yeah. I'll tell you where I know him from, though. Not from the proper documentaries. You ever seen In Bed with Medina? In Bed with Medina, he's sort of taking the piss out of those documentaries. But then I have read a bit about Paul Sykes. Very interesting. Watched an old documentary about him on YouTube a while back. The guy was so funny. Yeah, I would describe him as mental. I would describe him as mental, definitely. Yeah. But funny and mental. RDP, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, exactly. Weapon and stuff. My Crossman has a limiter in that fails occasionally. It makes a proper rifle crack and goes deeper into the wood. Oh, shit. Somebody I know got a rifle from a gun shop that was way over 12 foot-pounds. Well, that happened to Malcolm, and he got done for it. And they shouldn't have done him for it, because it was, a lot of the times it's what they're... If you ever get done for that kind of thing, they'll put pellets in it that will put the gun over the limb, and then they'll claim it's 13 foot-pounds, when if you put a different pellet in it, it won't be. It'll be under 12. You know what I mean? So you have to watch out. Probably good to get a crony, yeah. When we cronied it, I had to get it sent to be reduced because of the dumb laws we have. Yeah, exactly. Jumbo Sabu, Sykes got his money worth out of his pumps, apparently. Yeah, the things I watched, like I said, I haven't watched the documentaries, but yeah, it was completely mental. That's all I can say. Jacob Taylor, I ain't heard of Paul Sykes, who is he? Well, he was classed as, like you get these hardest men in Britain sort of thing. He was classed as sort of one of those, and he was a fighter, and they've done documentaries on him, and yeah, from the things I've seen, he was completely bloody mental, mad. One of them spent a lot of time in prison and that, and you know. But yeah, his main thing, he described as a boxer, weightlifter, writer, prisoner, and debt collector. Yeah, complete mental case from what I saw. 800, I'm sure my HW77 was overpowered, but never covered it. Well, I used to think when I very, very first got my BSA Lightning, it seemed to be, and then it seemed to go down a bit. That's what I mean. If you've got a gun and you never really used it, it could just be because it's settling in. You get done for that, and that's ridiculous. Other stuff, you said near the end of the last stream to remind you of the thought experiment and conspiracies we started talking about. Oh yeah, you'd have to remind me the specific things we mentioned, because there was something interesting we said about. Now I can't even think of what it was, but if you can remember the exact specific things, we'll look into that. Gee, it says, what do you think about Barrymore's comeback to TV? Will he strike it lucky again? I only saw a little bit of that. Is he going to have like a proper comeback then? That actually be properly on the TV? But we have jokes about Barrymore all the time, you know. But if he hasn't actually ever done anything for anyone, which he's never been convicted of, has he? Then why shouldn't he? You know, it's weird. Some people get away with stuff, and some don't. But technically, if Barrymore genuinely hasn't done anything to anyone, I don't see why not. I mean, but who knows? Who knows? Weapon and stuff. I think it was the Stanford prison experiment and similar, where people do bad, weird things when they're told to. Yeah, that does ring a bell. Well, we'll talk about it if we can think of something to talk about. Do you know what I mean? D800, most of the old air rifles I owned shot around 10 foot-pounds. Dimble so big, just keep Barrymore away from swimming pools. Well, as soon as we was always telling jokes like Barrymore, now I suddenly can't think of any of them. Weird, isn't it? Seems you. RDP, got to go. Phone call coming in shortly. Well, good to see you on for a bit, mate. See you later. Liam, I'll have to look into the Stanford prison experiment a bit more, get it fresh in my head. Then maybe we'll have a proper talk about it tomorrow. So I've got a bit of stuff in my head. Otherwise, I've some I just can't. You know what I mean? THX. He was a gent when I went around his house. The spag bowl. Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, we used to have loads of Barrymore jokes. We was always telling them, still do. Now I can't think of any. But technically, he's never done anything. He's never been convicted of anything, has he? So, and I'll admit, I did used to like Barrymore when he was on the telly years ago. Like Strike It. What was it? Strike It Lucky, Strike It Rich. Yeah, he was alright. He was quite funny. You know what I mean? Rather than stuff, they had people be guards and others be prisoners, and had to stop it because the guards got really brutal and started torturing the prisoners. Yeah, I have actually watched a document, like one of the, when they do it again, they've done it a couple of times, haven't they? But not let it get as bad as that. Isn't there one where there's another similar thing? Oh, I can't bloody remember. Maybe it was like one of the when they did it again sort of thing. Pete said, anyone know where I can get a cold steel gladius for cheaper than blades and bows? It's 48 quid. No idea, mate. I don't. Jumbo sale boot, Mike. If you had the money, would you buy a cold steel Espada XL? I would. They command about 500 quid now. Yeah, I definitely would buy one of them. I'll have all them fucking big folders they do. Jack Striker, goodbye Ant and Deck. Hello Barrymore. How shit things can get. Yeah, I know, mad, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Get rid of Ant and Deck. Bring Barrymore back, and it'll be John Leslie. A Gary Glitter singing in the background. Well, fuck's sake. Dear 100, oh, you're on about German film Dad's Experiment. Well, unless that's a film of it, but yeah, that is a real thing that they did, though, wasn't it? Jim Crowhurst missed all the chat. I was smoking something nasty. I'm just on the black coffee tonight. No one's been inviting me out recently. Maybe it's because I made the mistake of saying I was cutting down drinking. No one's asked me since. Weapon stuff, 48 quid is the UK retail price for cold steel gladius. I think it is around 50 quid when I bought mine 6 years ago. Rumble Sour Boot. Ant will have to do a few more TFL ads now to afford a good solicitor. Yeah. Thing is, I hope he does get done for drink driving, and properly done for it. Because we would, wouldn't we? You Crowhurst laughed my ass off, John Leslie. Yeah, they'll have John it'll be Barrymore and John Leslie presenting it. And Gary Glitter doing the music. Oh no, Glitter's actually been convicted, hasn't he? We're on about innocent people here. He should be locked up fucking ever anyway. Is he actually in prison or not? Fuck knows. Let's not talk about fucking pedos anyway. Alright. Ant's ex-wife is minging. He should be glad to get rid of her. Never seen any pictures of her. I'd rather have Barrymore. Yeah, exactly. Do you mean? I thought you meant because of what I said. Yeah. Jacob Taylor, do you wish ever returning from the grave? Yeah, exactly. Jack Striker, Condor Navy Cutlass looks okay if you want something different. I was showing this earlier, Jack. I don't know if you saw it. I've been doing a bit more of the crossbow today, but when I stop doing the crossbow, I'm going to do this. What it needs is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a pin, there's a bolt missing. I'm going to try and get it into a position where you might be able to see the light through it. The bolt is missing there, so there's basically nothing holding the handle on properly. But I'll do a proper video on it soon. And I found out it's a Japanese Type 32 cavalry sword. Right, weapon stuff. Quite a nice machete, sword, saber, cutlass style things on blades and bows. Yeah, there is. I like the old Condor Navy cutlass. Is that that's the machete sort of thing with the is that the machete with the guard around it? D guard. Or is that the oak with the parang? I'm not sure. But yeah. There's some nice stuff on there, isn't there? Leon Bow said nice cutlass. That's like I'm sure you can sort it, mate. That looks shit hot. Yeah, it was you that inspired me, Jack, to be honest. I never really looked at it properly. Because I always just assumed it was like a wall hanger. You know, never really looked into it. But now I have looked into it. I think it probably is a genuine one. And I'll sort it out now. I'll put a bit more of an edge on it. Put that bolt in. You know, and start slashing some milk bottles. Milk jugs, I've saved up about 5 or 6 of them. Generic Xbox Live Gamer. Am I late, lad? Well, you're 45 minutes late, but we're just sort of chatting about anything anyway, so. We had a little bit of a, what was we talking about for a bit? We had a little bit of a session talking about, it's gone out my head now, I can't remember. But we had a little bit of a subject going. Rocket, evening, mate. Jacob Taylor, I'd really like a proper sea cutlass or boarding axe. I have to look up a boarding axe. Pete said, "Oh, World War supplies has a Gladius for 41 quid. I'm getting one. Nice." Something I want to bring up later is something Electro did a video about. We'll talk about that later. I won't mention it yet. This is something I wanted to ask you lot quickly about. I'm going to buy a new crossbow soon, pistol crossbow, one of the new £80 ones. You all should know what I mean, like the Horizon one or the Armex one. What websites do you know that sells them, and do you know any websites that sell them that do PayPal? The problem is, one of the websites I know doesn't do the crossbow, and the other website I know doesn't do PayPal. So let me know if you know anywhere that does these new crossbows. I haven't decided what one I want yet, but if I could find, because the actual Horizon website does them, but they're 50 quid, I think, 49.99 for the redback £80 one. Weapons of Gladius is great, very good point and easy to thrust. Should be decent for swinging as well, but obviously single-edged swords are better for swinging. Doesn't rust easily either. THX. Will you stab some meat with the cavalry sword? I got cold steel Gladius. It was okay. Wouldn't take it. Very sharp. Wouldn't take a sharp edge. Yeah, well, I don't know about meat, but I'll see if I can get some cheap meat. Microtech Jagged Commando knife is so expensive. United Cutlery is a cheaper version, which is the United Cutlery M48 Cyclone, which is UK legal at 60 quid. That's a good price, really, isn't it? My Gladius came razor sharp. They blunt and fairly quickly. I found it too hard to resharpen though. Well though, but prefer it for thrusting like the Romans actually used it for. Merlin Archery sells them. Not sure if they accept PayPal though. Yeah, that was my only problem. Is I only had I've only got PayPal at the minute. Pete said I think Blades and Bows has. Yeah, I think Blades and Bows has PayPal, but they ain't got the crossbows on there. Okay, I think Anglo Arms sells them, mate. Right, I'll have a look at them. Leon said, I think it's only pickup though with platoon stores. Yeah, that was the problem. That I've where Jack Strottle got his from. They don't do bloody PayPal, as far as I'm aware. So, yeah, okay. So what are the English gun laws like? You have to live on farms in Northern Ireland, in Northern England, have all types of weapons or something. Sure, you'll get swatted in the city. My cousin, who lives in a flat in a suburban area, has a shotgun license and a firearm license and no land whatsoever, but he's allowed to shoot on certain land. So you can't have it anywhere, really. Weapons of Merlin Archery do accept PayPal and have both Armex Horizon variant. Oh, that sounds good, mate. I'll check them. Yeah, just a case of getting somewhere that would sell it. But yeah, back to generic Xboxer. It's not as hard as you think. It's quite difficult to get firearms over here. It's reasonably difficult. It's not easy, but it's also to get like a shotgun license. You pretty much need to know the basic safety of a shotgun. You need to answer a couple of questions. Have a gun safe. And possibly somewhere to shoot it, but you may not even need that. Can't remember now. Hal's Barn, hello. You all right, mate? Leon said you can own 2 long rifle 12 gauge in the UK with reason and a gun license, etc. Yeah, it's easier than you think, but not that easy. You know what I mean? They don't make it easy. Rumble Sabu Blades UK are pretty good, mate. Based in Norfolk. Right, I'll write that down. Weapons and stuff, I think the harder bit is finding someone who will give you the permission to shoot it on their land. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my cousin, he just, weirdly enough, he just went round, he said he put a suit on, went round a load of random farmers' houses, sort of thing, knocked on their doors and asked them, you know, and eventually found some, you know. Because the thing is, a lot of time you're doing them a favour. You're gonna, especially if they've got rabbits and it's messing up all their land. That's the perfect thing. You're actually doing them a favour, and they don't have to pay you for it, you know. Simon said, didn't get a notification. How long have you been on? I've been on for nearly an hour, mate. Still, I'll be on to about 11:30, I reckon. At 11, 11:30. Yeah, you've missed about 45 minutes. Yeah, just like 50 minutes at the minute. Just been the old usual stuff, though, you know. Pete said, what was the crossbow you were after? I will have a look on Wild War Spice. Well, it was one of the new £80 ones. There's the Horror Zone Redback, which is £80. Then there's the one Jack Striker got, which is an Armex one. I don't know what his one's called. Maybe he'll write it down. But any of the new, there's these new £80 crossbows, any of them, pistol ones. Generic Xbox said, we're not allowed anything on Australia, not even pepper spray. Hand-to-hand combat training is the only option for self-defense, yeah. We're not allowed to take any weapons out or anything. Like, I can have stuff in my house, but I wouldn't be able to take a lock knife out or any kind of weapons. That's like in the 80s when I had shotgun license, you just bought it from the post office, no photographs or police contact, and the license was a piece of card. Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? But then that's how it was, wasn't it? Jack Striker said that crossbow was the Armex alloy. But the stuff, I do actually have a proper gun safe installed with an ammo lock inside that. We used it to store my air rifles and everything else if I'm away from home. Drilled it to the wall, it's all good and proper. Wanted to get into shooting, but then lost interest. Yeah, I think the reasons you don't is the same reason, partly the same reasons I don't. You know what I mean? Weapons off 93, some places are so bad they're even banning body armor as an offensive weapon. Yeah, that would well badly piss me off if they did that. Because that's not right, you know. Jumbo said, Boo, it's a funny old thing, mate. Like I said last time, when I had a shotgun license, you never really owned a firearm, as a license has to be renewed every 5 years. Yeah. My cousin Ben's got both now, and you know, I wouldn't want the bother of keep renewing things and that, you know what I mean? And having people come around to look. Not like weapons and stuff said the other day. Not that I'm doing anything bad, but you just don't want, you know, don't want basically coming around your house constantly when you're not doing anything. Jacob Taylor, generic Xbox gamer, there's still a lot of guns floating around, still ain't there, or is that just some bullshit made up by the media? Pete said, Horizon Redback £80 pistol crossbow world fastest, it's $89.99. Is that like the full package though, Pete? There's two versions. There's like a version with all the, it's got like sights and stuff with it. And then you can get like a 50 quid version with none of the extras. I wanted the version with none of the extras on it, just the crossbow. Generic Xbox, eyes are blurry today. Where I've been in the shed, I've been getting like dust in my eyes. Generic Xbox, not really, Jacob Taylor. Some criminal gangs in my area specifically have guns. Doubt it. Doubt it's domestic weaponry though. To be honest, wherever there's been guns, there's always going to be guns left, isn't there? Because you can't blame someone for not wanting to get rid of thousands and thousands of pounds worth of stuff. You know what I mean? Weapons and stuff, they quite regularly catch weapons being smuggled in, so obviously a lot of slip through the net. Spain and France are much worse for black market firearms. Yeah, I imagine it would be over there, definitely. I remember when we went to France when I was about 12, and I'll never forget seeing this gun shop with all fucking pump packs and shotguns in the windows and butterfly knives and flick knives. That was amazing. Great when you're a kid. DH100, got to go. My Romanian hooker has arrived. All the best. Now, have fun, mate. I would say practice safe sex, but that's up to you. Weapons and stuff. Spanish police at one point caught thousands of rifles, grenades, machine guns, and RPGs that were probably headed to terrorists. Yeah, I remember when that happened. It was a good job they fucking caught them. They had like they were monitoring them for a while, weren't they? Jumbo Sauerbert's getting mad, mate. My local post office won't sell a pair of scissors to anyone who don't look under 21 without ID. Yeah. Ridiculous, isn't it? It will turn to people having to make their own stuff, you know, or just collecting tools in the end, you know. And that's what they don't realise is that's something they'll never be able to stop. Can't stop you owning tools. Well, I don't know. They'd probably even try that, wouldn't they? Pete said, Horizon Redback £80 pistol crossbow, world fastest. Yeah, found it for 50 quid, plain crossbow. But cheers, mate. Oh, and that does PayPal. I appreciate that. What is it? What's that website again? I saw a lot of the CETMEL rifles in that cache. Hope they don't destroy them. They are sort of rare. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what they do over there. Over here, they would just destroy them, wouldn't they? I'd assume. I might not over there. 800, I know a few people who got slick knives and tasers through customs. Oh, I'd never ever risk that personally. Where are you from? Southern English, Buckinghamshire, near London, about 25 miles from London. Jim Crow has I'm a bipolar ninja. I can use a katana if there's room, but in a shit hit fan. What's your go-to in the lovely UK? So stuff like that, machete. And I'm going to put I want to put a tip on mine, I think. Maybe this when it was done properly. You know what I mean? But I like the machetes because they've got a good bit of reach. They hit hard, but they're also not massive. You can wield them reasonably good, you know. Just got to write this website down. World. Cheers, Peach. I appreciate that. If I have to get one of them, then I'll get that from there. Or Merlin. I'll see what, because there's Merlin Archer as well. Jacob Taylor. There's supposed to be some IRA dumps still around. Yeah, I think, didn't they find one recently or something? I'm not sure. Leon, I remember when I was a kid, the police confiscated like 3 of my old and very, very rare rifles. Never saw them again. Sad times. Yeah, it's bad when they start doing things like that. Malcolm had a very, very nice air rifle took off him. I used to have 10-shot pump action Savage 12 gauge called Hungerford Massacre. Oh, nice. In fact, that sounds brilliant. But yeah, can't have nothing like that really now, can you? You know, you can have a free shot, can't you? But I see it. Pete, it's next day delivery over 50 quid, so get a bow or something small. Yeah, well, if I'll probably get some. I need to get some like lube, crossbow lube and that, and some other stuff, pellets and that, so I can get it all at the same time. Leon, one of them was an old Daisy Powerline 880 I got from America, very rare. See it in England, but gone now. Yeah. Terrible. I've got a cookery, I like the weight of it on the front. Yeah, I need to get a new cookery. The only one I've got is an old one with crack in it. I'm only 23 miles away from Buckingham. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know where you live. And I got your address, didn't I? In fact, I'm not going to show anyone your address, mate, but there's your package ready to be sent. There's that. And then there's 3 of the Patreon letters coming soon to the Patreon supporters. Way cool, nice collection. Cheers, mate. 200. You can get a 880 new in the UK. Can't find a price on 2100. Generic Xboxer. If one lives deep in the northern farms in Australia, what's to stop someone from getting a shotgun for protection from the animals? It's ridiculous to demonise self-protection, but they wouldn't know. No, I don't know if you know much about this country, but you can't take anything out for a weapon. collect thing and keep it in your house, but can't take anything out as a weapon. Use it as a weapon. You defend yourself last time you get done, even though it's a bloody burglar comes to your house, you beat him up or whatever, hurt him, you get done for it. Leon, really, how can you get an 880 in the UK? They are too powerful for our laws. Well, they used to be, rather. Peach, I'm 21 miles away. Nice. That's good, we all live quite close then, you know what I mean? Weapon and stuff. UK rifle laws are weird. If it's bolt action or single shot, it's legal with the right license, even anti-material rifles. Yeah, that's what I notice a lot of the Americans don't realise that in the UK you can have a 50 caliber rifle, you know, if, like Liam said, if it's the right type of rifle. But yeah, you can have some fucking powerful weapons in this country, you know. Tier 100, you can get an 880 for 50 quid on Pal Packs. Leon, I'll take note on that. Cheers. Iron Man Spartan. Right, mate. Self-protection is a God-given right, not given by any law. Yeah, exactly. Leon, I'm South East Kent. Jim Crowhurst, you are the answer you need to say to old Bill is, it's my bedroom lamp, and if I hit him as I was scared for my life, well, for me, yes. You're fucked with all that behind you. Yeah. I live in an area where we don't get a lot of that anyway. But no, but if you did, you just got to pretty much say you're sorry and tell them, make out, you know, not make out how scared you were and fearing for your life and fearing for your family, and hope the judge agrees with you. You know what I mean? Goes on your side. Generic export, medieval weapons are badass. Yeah, I quite like some of the old medieval stuff. I like the World War One stuff's good. Rocket, they'll start changing the laws on air rifles next. Yeah, no, you bloody licenses. Hopefully they won't want to keep coming around checking them. Because I would get a license and I'd have to, because I'm not giving up my air rifles. But I mean, weapons stuff. Speaking of BS law, some Aussie politician was trying to claim bolt action rifles are like assault rifles. They're not even semi-auto, for fuck's sake. I don't know. I've not seen that, but I did see some. I didn't see that specific bit, but I did see on the news today about Australia and gun laws. Or I heard it on the radio when I was in the shed. I had the radio on and they was talking about it. What are they trying to do in Australia now then? Make the laws even harsher over there? Because I thought they had similar laws to us, didn't they? Or even worse. Dumble said, Bill, I remember going to Skegness back in 1990 and going on a target shooting stall, if I recall, that had pump action 2.2 rifles. Jack Striker might know something about similar stuff to that. I remember him going on about fairground air rifles or something, or that kind of thing. And metal BB guns that were automatic using compressed air that fired metal BBs. Yeah, it'd be brilliant to get your hands on something like that. I wonder where they get them from. A lot of them stuff are so bizarre. Where did they get them from in the first place? Jacob Taylor, any other Northerners on the stream? Gotta be, mate. I know Jack Striker is from up the way a bit, isn't he? Bush Crapping is, I think. I know they're not Southern anyway. So we doubt if they would be legal now as being used by the public at seaside venue. Yeah, there's a lot of weird, interesting things, and it makes me wonder where they get them from. Weapon stuff, they used to be very gun-friendly, but the Port Arthur massacre, they got rid of all the semi-autos, I think. They had gun buyback, that was a joke. We discussed before. Yeah, I remember. And the funny thing is, the bloke who was talking actually said about that, how the buyback and people weren't getting paid what they should, you know. And how could you blame someone for spending thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds, tens of thousands of pounds on guns, and then being offered like 500 quid for it all or something? You know, fucking ridiculous. And it's making people criminals. Alex Fitzy, I have a Blackwater 1911 R2 CO2 blowback pistol, very nice. Well, I was thinking about getting, just for a bit, I it came into my head I might get some more CO2 pistols, and then I suddenly remembered can't buy them online. Because that fucks everything up. I used to love just going online, just buying guns. Now I can't. I've got to go to the local fucking gun shop and either get them to get it, and they'll probably want charges for it, or just hope they've got some in. Yeah, I wouldn't mind you getting their some new CO2 pistols, or even a new. I want to get a new spring pistol. I have to go with Mark one day. Iron Man Spartan said Oxford. That's where Liam lives, near Oxford or in Oxford. Yeah, Weapons Stuff Not Free is in Oxford. I hope you don't mind me telling you that. Sorry. Jack Strike, I was going to shut my air guns. I was going to get shot of my air guns while I could still get money for them on Doncaster, mate. Yeah, I don't blame you. It certainly makes you want to go that way, doesn't it? Generic Xboxer in Iraq got not Iraq. It's encouraged heavily by the government to carry weapons if you're going deep into the desert dunes due to hyenas, wolves, etc. Whereas in Australia, yeah. I would like a real katana, pricey though. Weapons and stuff, yeah. That's the sad thing. As said before, I'd really want a Red Rider or similar. Would be 30-50 quid over RRP, just over delivered, yeah. Waku, is that a Chinese Model 86S I see? Well, if that's genuine and you didn't know really what that was, you're the first person to ever guess that right. So I'll give you a little clap for that. Yes, it is. That is a Chinese Model 86S. If you genuinely didn't know that, good on you. And I've never ever known anyone to say that right. Weapons off near Oxford, don't like the city centre much, students, tourists, crackers. Yeah. Sorry about saying where you're from, mate. I know you're probably not bothered, but I wasn't thinking what I was doing. Just blurting out where you lived. But, you know, like when I say Buckinghamshire, it's a big place. Do you know what I mean? Take the shoes off. Ranger, ICF, Emmerdale or Coronation Street, what do you prefer? Don't watch either, mate. Oh, I prefer Hollyoaks. I've got to watch a soap. But if I had to pick out them two, I think I've seen some fitter birds in Coronation Street. So Coronation Street. Jumble Sabu, I've never got over the stigma with people who, when they find out you legally collect weapons, they think you are a weird nutcase. Yeah, that's true. That's true. When them police was here, I had to make out that I've been well, I didn't make out, but what I tried to sort of make it look like was I deliberately tried to make myself look a bit weird and weird collector who plays with guns, just so it was less threatening to them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, some people do think you're a bit mad and nuts, and you know. Oh, my fucking eyes are blurry today. I can barely see this fucking screen. It's from sounding that metal in the shed. Where was I? Generic Xbox, Australia becoming the biggest nanny state in all of Earth, though. Don't know. I reckon you'd come second to the UK, mate. But yeah, you probably just, you know, UK's terrible for it. Iron Man Spartan, Oxford can be a bit rough, but it is a beautiful, cultural, rich place. Yeah, when I have an American mate who comes over from Baltimore to visit me every year, stays for about 10 days to 2 weeks, and we go about. We went to Oxford last September, and yeah, I really liked it. We went in some of the museums and that, and yeah, a lot of history in Oxford, isn't there? Yeah, Xbox said, lol, he put students, tourists, and crackheads in the same category. Yeah, exactly. All the same thing, aren't they, surely? Maybe they are where he comes from. Oh, my dad, moonshine, Mike. Oh, no, I'm just on the water tonight. I was saying earlier, I made the mistake of saying to some of my friends who I drink with, I'm cutting down the drink, and I've not been invited out since. Right, I have to tell them I still do drink, but I'm just cutting down for a bit. Weapon stuff. Yeah, buildings and parks are nice. Just I need to. Just I fucking hate getting hassled at the bus stops by all the tramps who also on a shit bus route with really infrequent buses. Yeah, well, my local town's like that. Complete fucking shit are. You know, everywhere has shit pits. You know what I mean? And yeah, our local town's a shit. It sounds like where you live, the local bit's a fucking shit pit as well. I hate it. Yeah, I only ever go to our local town if I have to go to the police station or the hospital. Generic experts had dusty eyes from the asbestos. Yeah. Actually, I've got asbestos bloody walls in there as well, but it's the old, you know, the old corrugated stuff. Jumbles Albert, I know this. When I recently got those 9 knife tattoos, the funny looks I get from people when I wear a t-shirt in summer. Yeah, I bet you do. I always get funny reactions from that, but I never had a bad reaction ever from it. I normally have quite funny reactions, like people will actually grab my hand and go, I know what that means. And then I'll have a conversation with them how they was a skinhead in their youth or a punk or something, you know. Quite interesting. Get some funny reactions out of people, but never a bad one. Weapon and stuff. If you do go again, give me a heads up and we can print some stuff. Did you visit the National History Museum? Yes, I did. Pitt Rivers, not sure. Nice weapon display upstairs. I think I did. And definitely. Funny thing is, I think I thought about contacting you before, but something, you know, I must just let it go over my head. But I will next time. I'll definitely tell you. I'll definitely tell you next time. Alex Fitty, would you love to get a? I would love to get a Walther P38, but it's hard to even get BB guns in Ireland. Well, I had a blank firing version of that and went sold it. Jack Striker, do you ever see Cakes' Cakes anymore? Occasionally. Last time I saw him was last year. It's not long ago, you know, just before Christmas. But yeah, I don't see anyone as much now. Yeah, maybe when I go down the woods, I'll have to get him to come with me because I know he's not working. So, well, he may be now. So I think he's just learnt to drive as well. But yeah, not seen him for a while. Speak to him though. But Rangers IFC, the best place to own guns here in Britain is the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man has the most relaxed gun laws in the country. You can own automatic weapons along with handguns. That's true. I never knew that, mate. No, funny thing. I'll get that. At the bottom is Daryl Appleby. That is Cakes' Cakes, if anyone wondered. Funny thing is, Daryl, I was actually going to ask you the other day if you've been watching the streams because you mentioned something. It was the Scum. Yeah, either that was a coincidence or you'd been watching the stream. Sending me the link to the original Scum. But Jim Crowhurst, Life and Miles of I've done 2 years for silly shit. Takes a sensible head to have your kind of collection. Said before, I can't be trusted, but I would love a shiny bushcraft knife. What would you go for on a budget? All depends, mate. If the old Moras are good for that, but if you want something that looks sort of scary, I don't know. Plenty of things. I don't know a lot of knives now though, because I never buy any. Because I never got any bloody money. You know what I mean? Jacob Taylor, students are smoking the gear because of stress. Tourists and crackheads are coming to try the English gear, and crackheads are just crackheads. Yeah, exactly. They're 100. Have you been to Leeds Royal Army? No, I don't think so, mate. I think Leeds is a bit far from me. Daryl Appleby of Cakes' Cake said I'm here. I'm at Spartan. My first air rifle was a B222, piece of junk, but now I have a BSA Lightning, very nice. Yeah, I got a BSA Lightning. I really like them. Jumble Sabu, let's move to the other man. Yeah, exactly. Weapons and stuff. My issue with tourists in Oxford is all the ones that move very slowly, blocking up the narrow paths when you are going to and from work. Students, because the ones on bikes always try and run you down. Leon, was nice to stick by for a little while, but you're almost out of data now, so got to head off. It's good to see you on, mate. Appreciate that. Stuff. Would we make our own national state on Isle of Man or make another sea land? Yeah, I'd love to do something like that. It'd be amazing. Have your own laws. No religion, you know. Peach. Back with a bowl of Japanese instant noodles. I thought you were going to say bowl or something else then. What the old Yanks call a bowl. I don't know if people in England call a pipe a bowl, but I thought you meant a bowl of, I thought you were going to say Japanese salad. Yeah, I'm going to show you a film recommendations quickly. Who's ever seen this? The Wanderers. If you've seen The Warriors, I actually think this is better than The Warriors. Reverend and stuff said instant noodles give me stomach aches. I like them though. Yeah, I quite like instant noodles. I've just bought like 3 different packets today of different kinds. Yeah, if you've never seen that, that's well worth watching. The Wanderers. Jack Striker, what other YouTubes have you met so far, Mike? Off the top of my head, none, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think any, Jack. I've never been to any of those meetings or anything. You know, like when get-togethers. Oh, Trevor Vidamore, VidKid67, he goes to them, don't he? And had they been some down here, I might have gone to one and said hello to him. But they was always up north, so I could never get to them. Yeah. Unless I'm missing something, I don't think I've ever met any. But like you, Jack, I would. Liam, Weapon Stuff Not Real Words, Weapon Survival, Stu, bushcrapping. There's loads of you I'd like to meet, but whether we'd ever get round to it or not, because my problem is I can't ever get anywhere, because to get anywhere I'd have to catch a bloody train or something that cost a fortune, Yeah, Dumbledore Burr as well, I'd meet him, but yeah, Trev's a great bloke. I do like Trevor Vidmore, he's a decent bloke. Simon said about to pack a bowl right now. Yeah. That's what I mean. When I saw him said just getting a bowl, I instantly thought, Iron Man Spartan, I want an old oil rig so I can have my own laws. I would name it New Sparta. That's a good name. I like that. Yeah, I can't join your Spartan army. Won't have my addiction is still wagon wheels. Turns out, like Jammy Dodgers, the jam inside is made from apples and flavoured with raspberry. Nice though. That's weird, isn't it? Yeah, I quite like wagon wheels. My favourite food was prawns, but I can't fucking eat them now. Generic Xbox. So where I live is worse than the ghetto in the UK. Believe me, buddy. Anywhere in Australia but here, mate. I was born here, but I'm not dying here. Give me some Queens. Yeah, give me some Queensland. I've decided Darwin to go. Yeah, it's a pity when you got when you're born in an area and you can't get out of it. You know what I mean? Jack Striker, Baz has been to stay at mine twice. Good time. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Baz, can't you? Yeah, Baz. I'd like to meet Baz. That'd be interesting. Yeah, no, but off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure I've not met any, unless I'm just being stupid. Apart from my brother. You know what I mean? I nearly got Chopper out as a recommendation, mate. But yeah, has none of you not seen that? Definitely watch The Wanderers. That's a weird cover. This is not normally that. Alex said, my friend's brother is a soldier in the army. He has a Sten that he can shoot in the bog. Pete said, to Pete, it looks like a good site. We'll look some more. Check it out, Mike. I definitely will do. Jacob Toad, I'd like to see you at one of those mainstream YouTube events like Summer in the City. Well, when you get a certain, yeah, I wouldn't mind going to one of them as a laugh, because I would be totally different to all of the other people there, wouldn't I? You know what I mean? But I sometimes get invited to some of them sort of things, You know, sometimes send out some of the creators emails saying we got anything, because you can go to like the what is it, the YouTube Hub or something in London or something, can't you? Maybe I ought to go there. Simon said, do you meet up somewhere, maybe in the woods, where we can have a camp and a drink? Yeah, that's what I mean. People do that, but I've just never. My problem is, most people would probably end up having to come to me. Nowhere around here to do it, and I would feel like a bit of a piss taker making people come to me. I'd always go at least halfway. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's something we could all do one day. You know what I mean? Jumble Sour Boo said, Mike, Chopper was a great movie. Yeah, I had the Chopper DVD in my hand earlier, and then I put it back. Yeah, there is something you'd like, I think. Oh, Electro's on. But he's only ever on for just for a minute, ain't you? I'm stuck at work again on my break. Tomorrow, I'm not going to miss it. Yeah, what time do you reckon you'll be on, Dave? Because we've already been on for an hour and a half. I just wondered, we'll still be on for another hour and a half at least. But what time do you reckon you'll get on? About now? Yeah, I'll be on from 8:30 my time though. T800, I'd love to see you all at SHOT Show. Yeah. My problem is getting places. Like I said, if I can ever get someone to take me or ever buy a car, then I'll be on the way, you know what I mean? Jumble Boo, we still piled down to your local club, mate. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, down our football club. Jim Crowhurst, I grew up watching The Wanderers, mate. Would watch it over and over. Yeah, well, that's what I've probably watched that about 100 times. Great film, isn't it? It's the kind of film you can watch a lot. Pete, just tell them your iDubbbz, they'll let you into the YouTube HQ. Weapon and Stuff said YouTube doesn't like our sort anymore. No, exactly. That's why we should go down there. We still go down to the fucking YouTube headquarters. Iron Man Spartan, do you or your brother have any sporting heroes? I do like a lot and respect him a lot. Fucking hell, I'm going mad. As soon as popped out my head, can't believe it. Hang on, I remember his name in a second. Oh, fuck. Steve Redgrave. So Steve Redgrave. Yeah. Ain't many people who can get that many medals over that many years. You know, there's a statue of him not far from us. Who was I? Jim Crowhill, yeah. Yeah, mate, that's proper. Have you ever watched 45? Yeah. On Sundays at the minute, isn't it? But yeah, I do like that. Yeah, Xbox and Michael Bisping, yeah. Yeah. Simon said, what are you going to do if you lose your channel? I don't know. Go to Universal Survival or do what someone else said. Just start putting it all on Patreon. But I'll never go. Never. Even if I ain't got this channel, I'll just do a new channel or do the Universal Survival channel. You know, it's not going to stop me doing videos. Definitely not. Daryl said, Steve Redgrave, yeah. I had it in my head, and as soon as I started going to say it, it just went, and it's gone. Weird, isn't it? Peter, do you like watching MMA? A little bit. I don't mind it. After time, though, the proper good stuff's on channels I can't watch, but I don't mind it. Yeah, it's good. Jumble Sour Boo, did you see the Top Gear joke they did on Sir Steve Redgrave for comic relief at his home? He wasn't happy. No, I've never seen that. Stuff. Have you been to Warwick Castle or any other similar places? I always love a good castle. Been to Hastings and done all of that in the castles and you go around the field with the thing, and that's quite interesting because you can do it from two perspectives. You can do it from French fuck's sake. I can't even talk now. Perspective, French perspective, and the English. Yeah, got really, really dry mouth. Once you've been talking for 2 hours, it starts to. But yeah, I've been to quite a few castles, I think. Well, not quite a few, but a few. But I can't remember off the top of my head what ones. But I do like going to castles and stuff like that. It's very interesting. Derek Xboxer, who got you? Who you got for 223? Khabib or Tony? Oh, yeah, that's the peached. So, but Jeremy Clarkson was trimming so Steve's treetops with an over and a shotgun. Oh, I'll have to look that up. No, never ever. I've not seen that. Yeah, like Sir Steve Redgrave. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really into my sports. Andy Fordham, darts player. Rocket. There's a really good gun shop by me, mate, and they deliver, sell everything, mate. You should look them up. Sporting Supplies Warsaw. All right, I'll have a look at that. Other stuff. Impresses me how well built a lot of them are. I know they have to keep repairing them, but those towers and walls were built to last. Shame Cromwell blew up so many of them. I never knew he'd done that. But, yeah, it is amazing, you know, considering some of that stuff is 1,000 years old, isn't it? You know, I'd have to go and ask some of the people I went with. I have this weird habit of going places and then, you know, done quite a few places in Hastings. Hastings a couple of times. Yeah, I never bloody remember. Pete said, "This is to generic Xbox, the white guy. I could UFC most of the time, just because like Mike, I don't get the right channel. Yeah, that's the problem. Unless you're paying for Sky or these box office things, you don't get to see them now. In the old days, it used to be on normal telly. Jim Crow, the problem I find with films like ID is it's a long time past. I think of any of the films from today, can't compare to it. Yeah, that's true. You don't, you know, and if they try to make films like that now, they're not the same. Or that all the characters would be like 18 or something. It doesn't seem right, you know. Weapon stuff during and after Civil War, he had them destroyed so they couldn't be used by royalists. Fourth Castle is mostly a ruin, but they had to use an insane amount of gunpowder to actually topple it. Oh. Iron Man Spartan, M16, M4, or AK-47. But I've always really, really liked the looks of M4s and M16s. So just for looks, I'll probably say them. I like the old AKs and that, but yeah, out of the two of them, I always like the looks of M4s. Jacob Taylor, who do you reckon would win, Chopper, Reed, or Paul Sykes? Oh, I don't know. Chopper probably, because he'd probably just shoot him. I don't know. Pete said AK. Yeah, that's what the white guy, they're both white. Fuck's sake. Now, so Mike, if you could choose any bladed weapon which was legal, what would it be? Ballistic knife. Oh my luck, it would go off in my trouser pocket and give me an instant sex change. Yeah. I've always thought I don't like they're too dodgy, you know what I mean? So easily go off. But if it was legal, was that, or what is legal, or was legal? You know, I've always liked the old trench knives. I wish someone would design the Apache guns. I don't know if it's Apache gun, Apache knife. You know, the knuckle duster knife revolver. Someone ought to design a modern one of that. That'd be an interesting thing, but Rocket, Chopper in his prime, weapons and stuff. Same stuff with video games. They're big business now. Golden Age was early 2000s. The games, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah, I've said Paul Sykes. Fist to fist, yeah, because I don't think Chopper was Chopper was a weapons bloke really, wasn't he? You know, he would, if it was like hand to hand or fists, Paul Sykes probably, but I don't know. Too hard to say. But Chopper would probably, you know, shoot him or something. Shoot him in the face with a shotgun, I don't know. Alex, what was your first knife? And when did you get it? Oh, I'm going to have to try and remember what I think is my first knife because I can never remember. But I remember my first knife. It was a German army knife, which is like a Swiss Army knife, green, and it had a blade, a really nice saw, and on the end of the saw was a bottle opener, and it used to have this metal sheath over the saw part, and yeah, and I lost it. Well, I lost it. Someone nicked it off me. I'd only had it about 4 days, maybe not even that. And then I remember going around this person's house about 4 or 5 years later, and I saw the knife. I just nicked it back, and then I got my knife back. But yeah, German army knife. Look it up. I'm gonna have a look, see if it comes up when you look. But yeah, German army knife. It's like a green Swiss Army knife. And I'll tell you where I got it from, which was quite weird. If you look on German army knives and go to images, the one I got was the third one along. It's got a blade, a saw blade of a tin opener, an awl, and a corkscrew. The knife came from. There was a shop in our local town that used to sell kids' uniforms, and in this place that sold children's school uniforms was a display case of knives. Weirdly enough, strange, isn't it? Weapon stuff found out the other day. They actually did a bayonet for a Webley revolver. Oh, I did not know that. Weapon stuff. What about Charles Bronson, the prisoner? Yeah, I think Charles Bronson may have actually known Paul Sykes, possibly, or been in the same prison. Not sure. I don't know. Again, I reckon Charles Bronson would probably have both of them two, not at the same time, but Dumbletail Boo. What about Dave Courtney, mate? He's got a great knuckle duster collection in his house. I remember he had the copper's helmet, and she said he nicked off the copper's head in a riot. Yeah. Dave Courtney's a weird one, because I like him, but at the same time, I suspect they suspect he's a bit of what they call a Walter Mitty in it. A bullshitter. But I'm not sure. But he certainly has got a nice knuckle dust collection. And what's his house called? Camelot in it. And on his gates, he's got a giant knuckle duster on the gates, hasn't he, I think? He said, what? Type that in, the Victorinox German Army knife. Yeah. I don't know if it's the Victorinox one, though, mate. That's a different one. Yes, it's not. I don't know if it's that one. It may be. I don't know. But if you put in German Army pocket knife, it comes up. It's old as well. You know, this was like 1980, 1989 or something, 1990. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jacob Taylor said, Dave Courtney ain't a fighter, he ain't even a proper gangster. Yeah, I have heard he's a bullshitter, basically. But yeah, it's got a nice collection, I know that. Jacob, Charles would put them both spark out. He only just got married recently. Yeah, I think so. Did that not go through? Tom said my internet died. Didn't see what you said about if you lost your channel. I would just they'd never get rid of me. If I can't do Weapon Collector, I would do Universal Survival, or I'd do Patreon only videos, but for free. You know, and then do the paid for ones extra. Do you know what I mean? But I'd never go. Just do a new channel. Rocket, yeah, he changed his name to Charles Salvador, yeah. I read up to Jacob Taylor's about Dave Courtney, yeah. Yeah. don't know what to say about Dave Courtney, but I think he's a bit of a bullshit, only supposedly. But he does know them people, you know. He was at the Craze funerals and that, and you know. But yeah. Generic Xbox, fair crack of the whip, mate. A few stubbies short of 6-pack. Ice for drunkers and glass. Probably a bushman's handkerchief. A couple of banana benders. Better than a ham sandwich. I don't know what half that is. I know what some of it is. Yeah, you'll have to get a dry mouth doing this. That is water, by the way. Even if I seem like I'm drunk. I'll just admit it if I was. Right, what else have I got on my list? I asked about the buying the crossbow. I thought I'd mention while I was here, if any of you, because you know you get that super chat stuff, don't you? If any of you that ever wanted to contribute, I can't do super chat, but it don't matter. But there is a Patreon account if you ever wanted to do that and get some extra videos, get some private Q&As where you can ask me anything that I wouldn't answer otherwise. I mean, weapons off. Do you have any bayonets other than the AK Type 1 on the Chinese rifle? No, I don't, mate. I've never had any others. Never really got into them. I probably would now, but now I ain't got no money. I can't never get any. But yeah, Jack Striker, I think more shocking things are being done today than the Craze ever did. A lot more violence today. Yeah, I think it's different kind as well, wasn't it? Sort of thing. Different era. Let's have a look up. Right. If you ever did want any exclusive videos, go to here. Yeah, saying about the different era, wasn't it? Different kind of, you know, they did have guns and that, but it's more shooting and just different kind of stuff now, isn't it? Weapons off, your Patreon links in the description. Yeah, I should have said that. Yeah, Patreon link is in the description. All I wrote down was mention Patreon, meaning to, yeah, I'll forget that. They could play the Jack Striker, yeah. Says that much more violence, but not proper gangsters, yeah. Pete said, my favourite bayonet is the AK-74 style. Yeah, completely different era. I like reading about some of that stuff, though. Because of the different, you know, I don't know about in the 60s and that, but, you know, like the DNA stuff. There wasn't DNA so much back then or at all. You know, hard to catch people. You totally get away with more. But people sort of had a bit more sort of respect, didn't they? Alex, did you ever see a peanut lighter a bit like a Zippo, but a bit unusual? Yeah, I have seen them. Little, I think Liam's got one, weapons and stuff. And they unscrew, don't they? Unscrew, and then they got the little bit. Never had one though. Weapons and stuff. Your one is the AK-74 style, Mike, as it has a square back and not the bigger rounded back like the East German AKM. Oh, nice. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll show it quickly to some of the people who might not seen it. Should actually put this on the gun with it out, I reckon. It'd show up more, wouldn't it? What you was talking about is here, isn't it? That's more rounded on the older styles. Yeah, I must remember to put this on with it out. If it was sharp more like that. Police should get life in prison that have covered up all those grooming gangs. Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true, mate. Secondly, I hate anything to do with people being fitted up. I've actually had that tried to be done to me, being accused of a crime I didn't do, and they've been adamant that it was definitely me, who definitely did it. And just so happened that I was actually talking to my mother at the time in public, you know, and they wouldn't have any of it. It was, no, you did it, you did it, you did it, you did it, you did it. You know, I hadn't. Weapon and stuff, they hold fuel for ages, peanut lighters. Yeah, got the O-ring, ain't they? Bullfrog, right, mate? Just got in on his... Just got on, mate. RD's regular. Yeah, I'm going to do them every single Friday and every single Saturday as long as I'm in. And at the minute, saying to these lot, I made the mistake of saying to my friends who I drink with, I was cutting down drinking. I've not been invited out since, so I must get hold of them and tell them I still do drink. Pete said you could also be framed easier. Yeah, in the old days, definitely. Weapon and stuff, I assume your sheath has a wire cut on it. No, this doesn't. That is it. All it has is that little bit there, look. Weird, isn't it? Bullfrog live streams are regular now, is what I meant. Yeah. Yeah, every Friday and Saturday, mate, as long as I'm in. Generic export. I've got to go now. Nice listening and chatting, by the way. Asbestos. See you later. Have you ever seen Duncan Dare's episode with Lofty Wiseman, who wrote the SS Rival that you own? No, I've not. I did know who Lofty Wiseman was, though. I would have known. Yeah. No, I've not seen that. I'll write that down. Duncan Dares. What is that then? Pen. I have to put my pen away, otherwise I'll keep sitting there doing this. And I notice you can hear it in the background. Weapon and stuff. My mum got done for parking ticket once from a weird place in the UK she had not been, despite having her car at work for the day. Took ages to get the ticket appealed. No apology from the council. Yeah. They won't apologise. That's the other thing. They will not apologise for things. Is Duncan Dares? Duncan, is that matey from Blue Peter? Is that something to do with that? Or am I just being completely mental? Simon Jones, excellent stream. Cheers, mate. Don't forget to all like it. Put your old thumbs up. Does the front of the bayonet not have a hole either for the pivot? No. No hole at all, nothing. Got a little thing. I'll do a video if you want to show you a bit more close up on it. Yeah. No, don't have nothing like that. Does the Chinese bayonet have a saw on the back? No, no saw, just completely. JF, what do you do? I don't know what you mean. What, as in work? I don't work at the minute, mate. Jim Crowhurst, what's your prized possession? Yeah, it is the bullpup. He said I'd go for the bullpup on display. Mine's my Coubertons, but only as I've been trained. Yeah, probably that or the old shotgun up the top. But that's the most expensive thing I own there. Well, it was, because it's fucking worthless now. JF, what do you think of the new Cobra R9 crossbow? Is that a pistol or a rifle, mate? I'll have to look that up, because I was on about buying one soon. Duncan Dares was a show back in the 80s. He used to be on Blue Peter. And was also... Yeah, Duncan, yeah. That's what I thought it... Yeah, Duncan... What's his name? Duncan... Yeah, that's why... Because he was like a bit of a... did the jumping off the roofs and that, didn't he? Jack Striker, Duncan Dares was a spin-off of Blue Peter. Ah, right, yeah. Well, that's what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. But no, I've never seen the Lofty Wiseman episode. Simon Jones, have you read the book All In Fighting by W. Fairbairn? No, never read that. Peter Duncan, that's it, yeah. Yeah. Jacob Taylor, have you got a bit of a reputation for being a geezer tooled up to the gills? Well, I suppose probably, yeah. That and being a pisshead years ago. Bullfrog, I just got my Armex Ally Tomcat, same one in Jack's videos with the stock. Ah, nice. Yeah, I don't know, you've only just joined, didn't you? I was actually asking earlier about places to buy a new pistol crossbow. I don't know what I'm going to get yet. I'm going to get one of the new ones anyway, though. Jack's one, and that what you said, the Armex Ally does look good. Just not 100%. If I can't, I'm going to get one of them anyway, one of the new good ones, you know. But yeah, I do like the look of them. They do look good. Simon Jones, do you consider yourself ready for shit hit the fan? Yeah, I think so. The only thing I'd probably need is more crossbow bolts, but I've got everything else. You could never have everything though. There's plenty of stuff I could get, but I'd have more than your average person anyway. Rocket, I've always wanted a walking cane with a hidden blade. One Alex has in Clockwork Orange, but never seen one. Well, that's weird because one of our friends, Electro, just got one today. But it's a big long thing. Yeah, one with a short blading would be good. They're illegal over here now, though. I don't know if you can own it though, can you? You probably still own it, but you can't buy it. Weapon stuff depends really on what sort of shit hit the fan it is. Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, I never thought of that. Yeah, if it was a shit hit the fan where I would need a gas mask, I ain't got a gas mask. I've got a gas mask, but no filter for it. But the only chance I'd have is getting a bit of a filter, putting it into the old filter to protect me from the asbestos, and hope that the filter still worked, which it probably wouldn't. Wolfrog said DNA Leisure is where I got it. It's a redback with a stock 50 quid. Funny thing is, I was asking for websites, so I'll check that out, mate. Don't know if they do PayPal, do you? Because that was the only thing. I need someone that does PayPal. I was going to get it from the place Jack did, Jack Striker, but they don't do PayPal, I don't think. I could get the money put in a bank if I had to, but it's easier if I can just do PayPal. I can just do it like that, you know. Simon Jones said, yes, if nuclear, I imagine not many of us would survive the initial event. Yeah, exactly. Pete said, hold your breath. I'd be no good at that. I struggled to hold my breath for about 45 seconds, to be honest. Jim Crowhurst, don't comment on anything religious, mate. I'd be a Jehovah's if life wasn't so rough. When stuff said, your filter doesn't contain asbestos, it's the finished one. The particle filter will still work even with the charcoal in it has long since stopped doing anything. So yours will protect you from fallout and bacteria. Oh, nice. I didn't know that then. Simon Jones, can you just imagine now my skin peeling off from the radiation? Yeah. You have to watch Fred's, whatever the other one is. The other Simon said you should do a shit hit fan series with your brother and weapons and stuff. Yeah, I'd be up for that. We all sort of do our own anyway. Iron Man shit hit fan would be more like Terminator 2. We will be in trouble. Yeah, exactly. Dumbletail Boot, antique sword sticks are still legal to buy. Modern sword sticks bought before 1988 are still legal to own. Depending if Amber Red gets her way, then it'll be illegal apart from the antique ones. Yeah. Bullfrog, they will do, mate. Everywhere does paper. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I'll have a look. I'm gonna have a look at a couple of the places, weigh up the prices, do you know what I mean? And Jack Striker, any nuclear attack on the UK, mate, we are all finished. Yeah, exactly. Weapons and stuff, I don't think you'd really even want to survive the initial bombs anyway. Yeah, exactly. Alex said, what is your brother's channel called? It's called JDR Survival. I'll put a link on. Yeah, it's my twin brother, so it'll look like me. Quite often people do think we are the same person. So yeah, because he's my twin brother. Right, hang on. I'll just get your link. Rocket said sporting supplies, mate. Look them up. I've written that down. Wrote that down. Peach, it would just be like Fallout games, right? Joke, yeah. Yeah. Make ourselves some armour out of road signs and... What do I want to write down? Sporting supplies. Simon Judge, if anyone has read The Road, that book predicts a life of misery and hopelessness after nuclear apocalypse. I'm not sure if I've never read that book, but is that the same? Is the film The Road based on that book? Because I like that film; it's good. Whereas Mark has more tattoos than Mike, which is the easy way to tell at a distance. Yes, that is exactly it. I was saying to people, just look at our hands. I've got that, and Mark's covered in tattoos. So. Simon said it's not his brother. He has a Tyler Durden syndrome, the same person. What I do, I quickly cover my hand in tattoos, go and do my JDR survival videos, wipe it all off, come back and do these. I just like having two channels. Simon says, do you know any martial arts? No. From the staff. They took a lot of the hockey armour in Mad Max 2 from schools and didn't give it back. JF, the Cobra R9 is a pistol. Oh no, so I'll look that up then, mate. I've written that down. I do want a new pistol, so I'll see what I think of it. Pete said the film is, I think, yeah. I like the film To the Road. I never read the book though. Jim Crowhurst, Jack, calm down, mate. It's politicians being wankers, nuclear attack. Breathe, mate. It's a long way off, bro. Jumble Sourboard, does anyone know if the executive ice scraper is still legal to buy, as I haven't seen them around for ages? Fuck knows, mate. I ain't got a clue. Oh, I don't have to get a dry mouth doing these. Talking. Never done so much talking before. Right. Here's a good one for you. Who's seen this? Oh, I fucking absolutely love this film. Jeremiah Johnson. Real classic, that is. Hi, man, Spartan. I do eye gouge, kick in the crown jewels, and throat chop. Job done. Simon says, do you collect any pre-modern weapons like medieval stuff? Not really, as in, well, yes, I sort of do. I sometimes make some old stuff, but I don't buy it. I would buy some maces and that, but after it's easier for me just to make them. Weapon stuff, I'd be more worried about criminal attacks, dirty bombs, etc. Yeah, that's more likely. That breaks right. Jack Striker, the R9 is underlever, cocking, full-size crossbow. All right. Unforgiven, yeah, I love that. I'm quite a big fan of westerns. I do like westerns, but I've got that one out because it's a bit different to your normal western, isn't it, Jeremiah Johnson? But Unforgiven is brilliant. I like that because it's quite, and that's an unusual western, isn't it? Because half the stuff he's done, I can sort of relate to it because I've done not similar things, but I've had similar circumstances where stuff's happened and I can't even remember it. And I only know about these events from other people telling me about it. And that's what sort of happens in Unforgiven, isn't it? Half the times he's shot people and done these things, he was so drunk he can't remember it. But I do like that. Very good. Pete said, "Oh, look into that film." Oh, Jeremiah Johnson is an absolute classic. It's brilliant. More like a survival sort of, he's like a trapper and that, and gets in some shit with some Indians, but it's not like your normal cowboys and Indians sort of stuff. Remsov, I think if you have time, watch all of Deadwood. That's something I definitely would watch, Liam. I just ain't got round to it yet. I'll have to try and get on DVD one day. Or, you know. Iron Man, Spartan Unforgiven is a great film. It is, isn't it? It's brilliant. Rocket, have you seen Day of the Jackal? No, I've not seen that. Simon Jones, what film did you watch last week in the end when you asked for us to vote on them? Well, I watched Blue Ruin, which I really liked. I was coming up with a new rating system. Instead of stars, I'll give it knuckle dusters. So, knuckle duster out of 5. So, Blue Ruin, I gave 5 knuckle dusters out of 5. It's a bit of a revenge thriller. And then something I absolutely loved, and probably one of the best films I've seen for ages. The other one was Hardcore Henry. Fucking loved it. It's brilliant. I absolutely loved Hardcore Henry. And it had 3 of my favourite things in it. If films have these in, I like them. You don't normally see all 3 of these things in one film. One is I like seeing decapitated heads or heads being rolled off, and there's loads of heads being shot off. 2 is I love in films when they say the word cunt, because you just don't hear it a lot nowadays, especially in TV shows. No one else says cunt. He says cunt in it. And then the 3rd one was I like to have a comedy song in a film, and it has that. Yeah, Hardcore Henry, I absolutely loved it. Yeah, it's one of the best films I've seen for ages. I was sort of like buzzing after I watched it. It was amazing. Yeah, really, really liked it. Yeah, Blue Ruin's good as well. Yeah, when he stabs me in the neck. Getting behind again now. Iron Man Spartan, who likes the old Westworld movie? I've not watched that for years, mate, but I'm going to watch that again soon, and I'm going to watch the new series of it. Racing Saddles, yeah. I've only watched that once. Pocket Full, all right, mate. Revenant's off. Sometimes Amazon does 3 series box set on sale of Deadwood for 10-15 quid. Bargain for that. What's the box set selling for? Now I'll have to get that. It's something I definitely want to watch. I like Ian McShane as well. He's a good actor. Is Ian McShane, isn't it? Yeah. Django Unchained is my favourite Western. I like that, but it was a bit. I prefer Quentin Tarantino's other Western, The Hateful Eight. That's one of my favourites. The other stuff, Westworld inspired The Terminator as well. First film to have computer graphics inspired as well. Yeah, funny thing, I read that recently. Simon Jones, oh yes, Blue Ruin, when he's homeless and get revenge, right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I really like that. I think that was Liam who recommended that. Have you seen The Revenant? No, but I'm going to watch that soon. I may watch that very soon. Just write that down. Revenant said, I like the Myers and the Gant kill in Blue Ruin. Yeah, I liked his friend. His, yeah, a good character, his mate who helps him. Number Sabu, I love the way they used to wear cunty in Western. Westerns. Cunty. JF, the Cobra can be used as a pistol or full size. You can remove the AR stock. Oh, I'll have a look then, mate. I can't say the word chunt. They can prove the point. Jack Striker, you must like Deliverance, Mike, with Burt Reynolds with that lovely bow shot. Yeah, I got Deliverance on DVD. That is good. Murray Lockery. Yeah, Lovejoy. Yeah, Lovejoy's in it, isn't it? Pocket for American Psycho. Yeah, that's good. Weapons and stuff. Yeah, he's great in Deadwood. He's a bad guy, but everyone roots for him. And they have other villains in it that are nastier than him. Brad Dourif is in it as well. All the Lynch films. Yeah, I like him as well, actually. But yeah, I like Ian McShane. He's good in what is it? 44-inch chest, and there's quite a few films I like him in. Going to New York, you know what, Dem said, I've never seen that properly yet, but it's been highly rated to me, and I will watch it soon. Iron Man Spartan, watch Rise of the Foot Soldier. Yeah, we was on about that last week, I think. Yeah, I've watched that. It's good. Yeah, I love a film when they have the word cunt in it because it's quite rare. People seem to be scared to use the word cunt. So, yeah, it's always good when it has cunt in it. Bucket full. What was the outcome of the knife review question, mate? Oh, I ain't looked again since I did it, but I was just curious because that video, I put it on and it got like 3 commenters and 100 views, and that's really unusual. And I suspected either no one got it in their subs, or maybe they thought it was the other video that I uploaded and didn't watch it. So I'll have to have a look later to see what the poll said. But, yeah, it was just because no one watched it, and I was curious to why no one had watched it. Dirty Harry and his 44 Magnum. This is weird. I've never watched those properly. Like, when I say properly, I've never watched them sober or as an adult. A lot of films I've watched either while I was a pissed teenager or as a kid, so I don't count it, sort of thing. Having the stuff. Oh, is it funny if you watch clips of Lovejoy on YouTube and then you watch Deadwood clips? Every other word is him swearing. Lots of C word for you in Deadwood, Mike. Ah, nice, that's good. Here under Dead Man Shoes. Yeah, one of my favourite films. Absolutely love that. Internet Police. Mike, why don't you buy from Knife Shop in Vienna? Ignore my name, by the way. It's for child and snowflakes. Fuck's sake. I've never heard of that. I'll have to look that up, Knife Shop. What is it, knifeshop.com or something? What a name. Bullfrog, what is the crossbow on the far left? Far right? Far right. I might have to get back to you on that, because half time I can't remember off the top of my head what they are. Ask the old Armex. Oh, I can't bloody remember. Liam might know. I'll get back to you on that, though. I'll message you. Jim Crowhurst, I'm finding all the martial arts aren't for everyone. I'm good, I think, but that's why I love these guys. No bollocks, talks straight up and have a laugh, yeah. You have a good laugh on these. Them children stuff, 870 people I've already watched on the Russian spy. Well, silly video like that often get more views. That was a good video. I enjoyed that. I'm glad you did that. It's good to sort of have a laugh about those things. Simon, I have seen Dog Soldiers, another really good film. I like that. Alex, did you ever watch Hacksaw Ridge? No, never seen that. Jumble Salbu, Uncommon Valor, never seen that either. Iron Man Spartan, who remembers Transformer Jelly Sweets in the 90s? Yeah, I remember that. Pocket full loving our Amsterdam looking light bulb look, mate. What do you mean? What, because of the red or something? Jim Crowhurst, accountant, mate, trust me. I'll definitely have to watch that because that's been recommended about 20 times. Or is that you who recommends it every time, Jim? Yeah, Jaguar Firecat, yeah. Pocket War, love these live chats. So do I, yeah, good laugh. Jumble Sailboat, Southern Comfort is another good one. Yeah, that was on the fucking telly the other day. It was on channel Film 4 and I never watched it. But that is something I know about and want to watch, but just haven't watched it yet. Alex said evening, Mike. All right, mate. Pete said movie or drink. All depends. 3 weeks out of the month, movies. 1 week, drink. Simon Jones, I like Dog Soldiers movie. When shit hit the fan, you stay in place, barricade, go out and stay on the move. A bit of both. I think you'd have to stay in first, but you could get in trouble being in one place. But yeah. Pocket full, how about Return of the Living Dead? Yeah, I love that. I got that on DVD. I like that. And the second one and the third one. There's about 5 of them now, isn't there? Stuff. Is there any zombie movies where the characters act rationally? Wish there was more films where characters aren't idiots. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to think. Yeah, I know what you mean though. Pocket full said brains. Jack Striker, is that room the same one where you did the Paratroop review years ago? Should be, yeah. Should be, Jack. Dumble Sail Boo, Blue Thunder, or Airwolf, mate. You know what? I don't think I've seen Airwolf since I was actually a child, so. Iron Man Spartan. In Southern Comfort, they only had 20 bullets between 12 men. Shit hit fan or what? Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, it was on Film 4 or the Horror Channel about 2 days ago, and I didn't watch it. Well, it was on recently anyway, I know that. Pink said a little in Zombieland. Bullfrog, Some Comfort is a drink. I think it is, isn't it, as well? Rocket, the best zombie movie is the original Day of the Dead. I like Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead. I like the original and remake of Night of the Living Dead. I think the remake of Night of the Living Dead's good. Pete said, lol for real. Simon Jones, I think if shit hit the fan, it'd be good to have a group you trust and just form a death squad. Safety and I think you'd have to have people you could recommend on, not recommend on, rely on. Weapon stuff. If I remember, most of the characters in the remake are like in Night of the Living Dead accent. Yeah, I think they do. It's just the one bit when the young bloke and the girl get themselves blown up. But apart from that, they was good. You know, and that was just from panicking. Bullfrog, yeah, pisshead's drink, yeah. Internet place, yeah. Knife shop is a .com address, and you'll not believe how fast they deliver. I'll check it out, mate. What about Shaun of the Dead? Yeah, love Shaun of the Dead. Jack Striker, I saw Ghostbusters 3 times at the pictures when it first came out. I do like the old Ghostbusters. Or did you mean the remake, Jack? Iron Man Spartan, Shaun of the Dead is a funny movie. Yeah, it's great. I really like Shaun of the Dead. Slingshot Warrior, alright, mate. I've been warning my slingshot community about YouTube censorship of gun channels and spreading BitChute links. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Good to do. It's good to do. Might need to go somewhere eventually. Dumble Sabu saw Cockneys versus Zombies for the first time the other day. Pissed myself laughing. Great movie. I've never seen that, but what's his name in it? Alan Ford in it from like Snatching that. I like him. He's a good actor. The characters he plays are good. The old Cockney sort of gangster geezer sort of. Yeah, Alan Ford. I like him. Simon Jones, has anyone been to one of them zombie experience things? I've never been to one. I know people who want to though. It'd be interesting for me to do. Too much running around for me though. I need to get a bit fitter first. Bristol, clocks go forward this weekend. Lose an hour sleep. Got to do that, have we soon? Pocket full. I went to see Hellraiser 3 at the cinema when it first came out. On a Sunday, I sat on my own. Could have sworn the sound bites were sat behind me. Yeah, I've loved the Hellraiser films. And I'm gonna confess something now. In Hellraiser 2, if you've seen Hellraiser 1 and 2, there's the woman in it, not the young one, but the older woman. Gonna do a bit of a spoiler here, but in the second one, she is skinless, right? And I don't know why, but I always thought she looked really attractive with her skin off. I don't know what it is. She must have attractive eyes or something. It certainly ain't the fucking muscles that you can see. That's a weird thing to confess. But yeah. Fit woman with no skin on. Iron Man, new Ghostbusters film is feminist garbage. Yeah, I've never seen it, mate. And Jack said no, the original law. Yeah, joking anyway. Slingshot Warrior said thanks. That's right, mate. Pete said Shaun of the Dead. Best British zombie movie. Yeah, definitely. What's your favourite film? Mine's Shawshank Redemption. Oh, I couldn't answer my favourite film. I have favourite films in different genres. It'd be too hard to say. I said, I kid you not, to crap myself. In that place, are you not a fan of switchblades? No, I like switchblades. You just can't get them in the UK. So unless you know someone who's already got them over here, you can never get them. Dumble Sour Blue, Claire Higgins from Hellraiser. Yeah, if that's the older one, I don't know what it was about her, mate, but something I like about her. Yeah, that's her, yeah. Yeah. Fuck's sake, I've said something I shouldn't have said now, haven't I? Things that worry, have you ever heard of English longbow clubs? No, I've not. I looked that up. Probably, yes, mate, I know what you mean. Me too. Love her thin skin. Cenobite fetish, yeah. She must have attractive eyes or something, I don't know. Simon Jones, I think a lot of normal archery clubs would let people shoot longbow there. All right. Internet base of I guess some wimp from British Blades would flag your videos if you ever even put the word switchblade. Peach said, I don't want to see your porn history after confessing that. It's just something about, I think she's supposed to be like a Lauren in it, even without the skin. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the point of it. Weapons off said, piercing cold eyes are a big turn on. I've known women in their 40s who appear hotter than 20-year-olds if they have those piercing eyes. Yeah, definitely. It's the only thing I think it's got to be because she got no skin at the time, so she must have. Bullfrog zombies find them outside local job centre. Yeah, exactly. Simon Jones, say no to porn, say no to degeneracy. Nothing wrong with a bit of porn, I don't think. We was all on about going on the safer way. Pornhub bit and uploading our videos there earlier. Iron Man Spartan, best war film, Thin Red Line, best horror The Shining, best romance none. Yeah, exactly. Iron Man Spartan, I read that, didn't I? Pocketful, I wonder if there was any dating app for women with no or thin skin. Perhaps a new opportunity to explore. Skinned their app. Yeah. Simon Jones, Fid Van Line is good. A letter from Iwo Jima and Zulu. I've seen Zulu, but I don't think I've seen the Thin Red Line. And I've not seen all of Letter from Iwo Jima either. I would post a picture of that woman with no skin on, but I don't think you can you? Maybe I'll put a link on. Right. Hey, Dale, just wanted to say before I go, if anyone likes podcasts, look up Joey Diaz. He's an American Cuban legend. You should watch him. But you off then, mate. See you later. I'll have a look. I'll look him up. I think you mentioned him before, didn't you? Or someone did. Simon Jones, do you have a tomahawk to show? No. I'm probably going to make one day, though. Weapons and stuff. I found Thin Red Line a bit slow for me, like Mel Gibson's We Were Soldiers. I've seen We Were Soldiers years ago, but not properly, if you know what I mean. Rocket Phil, got to go, mate. High quality chat as always. Have a fabulous weekend. See you later, mate. Appreciate you. Right, Peach, search Fallout female goal. That's the thing you will like. Well, I played the Fallout game, so yeah. I'm not going to look up Ghoul Pond there. So. Simon Jones, any of you seen post World War II movie Land of Mine? No, never seen that. Iron Man Spartan, did you enjoy the girl? Yes, so did I. Hellraiser 2, yeah. Simon Jones, I heard Tomahawk is good for home defense. Oh yeah, definitely would be. Stuff a smooth skin, yeah. Might have to get the old Fallouts out soon. The last game I played, I playing a bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 yesterday online. If you lived in the Middle Ages, would you be a man at arms? I'd probably either be a man at arms or person making all the weapons for people. Dumble Sail Boot. I love World's End, especially at the end. And the alien says, "Oh fuck it." No, I've never seen that one. I do like the Edgar Wright films. Beach Head, The Great Beyond. I used to like split screen special missions in Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, unusual, aren't they? I like that. Slingshot Warrior, cool. Iron Man. PUBG is the best game at the moment. I've never played that, so I don't know if that's on. Is that on a PC? I've seen people watch. I've watched people play it on Twitch, but I ain't got nothing I can play it on. I don't think my PC would be good enough. But I have watched people playing that. Alex, Modern Warfare 2 has to be one of the best, if not the best, Call of Duty. Well, I love the Modern Warfare games because you get to play the majority of it as the SAS, which is quite unusual. You don't normally get to play as English or British characters as the main characters in games. Most of the war games, the British person's either a little side character or someone who fucks everything up for everyone, you know. I've always found pole arms really cool. English bill hook and Swiss halberds seem very practical. Iron Man, Spartan, Xbox One. Yeah, I'm only on a fucking PS3 at the minute. Off 2, 4 Black Ops were my favourites. Things that were good against mounted knights, pole arms were invented by peasants. Yeah, because I think there's like they're just modified tools, really, aren't they? Bullfrog, just out of interest, do you have any pets? No, last pets we had, mate, we had a rabbit that died last year that was really, really old for a rabbit. Before that, we had a female blackbird as a pet that was found in a car park, and we thought, well, we don't get it, it's just going to die, it's going to be killed by a cat or something. And we had that for a couple of years. And we've always had random things. Like we had a hamster once that my brother Mac found in a car park and brought it home in a sandwich box. But no pets at the minute. And we did have a dog when I was born. The dog was like 1 and lived to about 14. So when I was about 13. Yeah, ain't got nothing at the minute. No dogs, anything. There's quite a few comments then. Dumbles Boo. I love the Resident Evil games. Yeah, so do I. Especially Part 3, Nemesis, and Code Veronica. Oh, and Alone in the Dark. I liked Alone in the Dark, but I always found that really hard. I had to cheat in the end to be able to even play it. Alex, are you going to have got Fortnite? I'd play any games if I could get them. Iron Man Spartan. Kingdom of Heaven is a great movie. Blacksmith Turned Crusader. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've never seen that. But again, that's something I would watch. Weapons of, yeah, they started off as tools, then evolved into quite refined weapons. Simon said, I'm replaying Far Cry 3, then 4, warming up to 5. Don't know what one's the best to pre-order. No, I've never played the Far Cry games. Or I may have played a demo of the old, like really old one. Nemesis. I knew what you meant. No. That Striker. Okay, mate, I'm off. Take the dog out now. Cheers for joining, Jack. I'll see you later, mate. Have a good walk with the dog. Simon Jones. I had the first 2 World War II CODs on PC, and I liked Modern Warfare 2 and 3 and Black Ops. After that, kind of lost interest, especially when they went to the futuristic bullshit. Yeah, I didn't like the unfuturistic ones, and I've only played a bit of them. Simon said Resident Evil 2 and 3 are my favourite games back in the day. I've still got all of the Resident Evils on PlayStation 2 and a working PlayStation 2, and I get them out occasionally. Every couple of years, I get them all out, do a whole lot of them. I've got them on. I've got like the GameCube ones, the PlayStation ones, PlayStation 2 ones, and yeah. Resident Evil 4 on the Wii's quite good because you do it with the fucking one thing, you know. Simon says, stay, Jack. Some of these fucking things like fucking tongue twisters. Stay safe, Jack Striker. Prefer for the worst, hope for the best. Say no to degeneracy. Slingshot, have you ever thought about making slingshot rifles? No, never got into them, mate. I probably would though. I'm gonna make some more slingshots soon. Because I made that little aluminium one, and I wouldn't mind making some survival ones with stuff you can put in the handles, you know. Yeah, actually, Liam, yeah. He said, did you play Alone in the Dark New Nightmare? I think that's the one I played. And fucking hell, I just couldn't play it. I think that's the one. Is it PlayStation 2 one, that one? On the Shadow Island. Oh, yeah. In the end, I don't know if I just didn't get the game and just couldn't work out what to do, but I just couldn't do it. So in the end, I got some cheats so that I couldn't die, and then completed it that way. Because I still got to play it, you know. Still got to see the story. Alex said Alone in the Dark, really good. I think he said vet bills. Yeah, that's the only thing with animals. Got all the, you know, cleaning up shit and vet bills. Iron Man Spartan, what brand of boots do you prefer? I do like Doc Martin boots, but they're so expensive. And then the latest boots I got, I needed something really cheap. I got some of these cheap. What they're called now? There's a name for them, but they're just cheap composite toe boots, but they're extremely light. No weight in them at all. I have to go with cheap and light, basically. Simon said, I can't find Resident Evil 2 for PlayStation 1 for a good price. No, a lot of them games, certain ones you can't get for a decent price now. That's why I kept all mine. Got them in the drawer, just there. Aaron C. Medal of Honor Frontline, PlayStation 2. Yeah, that's good. Numbers have Resident Evil Survival was crap and the franchise went downhill after that. I don't think I played that one. Or have I? Survival. Which one's that? It's the one I played recently. Maybe that one. I can't even remember what it was. Simon said, red lorry, yellow lorry. Slingshot Warrior. It's a rubber-powered crossbow. Yeah, I've seen them, mate. I've seen them, but I've just never... Well, you know my crossbow that broke? I'm planning on possibly making a head for that that's rubber-powered. Weapons stuff, yeah, it's on the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PC, and might have been GameCube as well. Weapons and stuff. Dunlop boots for me. If I can't get vintage army boots, Dunlop ones are easy to clean. They have a sort of rubbery coating. Until I got the same boots, got them in B&Q. Yeah, you can get them places like B&Q and Asda and that. They're probably not going to last that long, but they're cheap as anything. Pretty sure this was a tenner. Iron Man Spartan said those last forever. I had a pair. Alex said, do you play Skyrim? Yes. I was playing that recently. Do like that. I like any of the sort of open world games where you can just mess around, you know. Don't have to do anything. Rocket, do you watch Rack and Load on YouTube? He does some good reviews on guns and rifles. Nah, never seen his stuff. Jumble Sabu, Survival was an arcade shoot 'em up. Mate, no, I don't think no. Let me have a look. I can't remember what the fucking one I played recently. That's it. Resident Evil Revelations. I quite like that. Those of you who was here from the beginning, seems like my dump wore off in the end. Weapons and stuff. I've had some Velcro shoes from Shoe Zone that were like 10 quid, almost totally fallen apart, but had them years and used them for garden and driving. Yeah, you can get lucky, and sometimes they do last for ages. Sometimes you can get cheap shoes and they literally last 2 weeks. So, but I got these because my brother had a pair, and so far they've lasted quite a while. So it was the weight of them, really, though. But for tenner, they're so light that even if they didn't last very long, you could afford to buy them again in a couple of months. Do you know what I mean? They're as light as a trainer. Pete said, I use cat boots for work, got them for free. Really good. Yeah. My thing is, I like light boots. The problem with my steel toe cap Doc Martens, I find them too heavy now. It just annoys me. Iron Man Spartan, machete or axe? I'd say machete, mate. I think you can get a couple more uses out of a machete. Different kind of uses, but yeah, machete. Fucking throat's going now. Slingshot Warrior, have you ever tried any flail type weapons? Yeah, I think I've done. I've made a chain mace before. Slingshot Warrior, yeah, he's done that. Simon said, axe, rocket. You ever play Manhunt? Yeah, I've got that on PlayStation 2 still. That's a hard game though. But yeah, and I wanted to get Manhunt 2 for the Wii, but I never got round to it. But I probably will get that one day still. Weapons and stuff. What used to take the piss was at Argos, all of the warehouse staff used to wear smart black trainers, as we often did 8 hours of walking fast. Then they demanded change them to shoes or boots. Yeah, wouldn't even want to use the shoes in the warehouse as you'd break your toes. Yeah, that sounds like a piss take. I wouldn't like that. You're made to wear, something dangerous sort of thing. You know what I mean? And uncomfortable. Deer 100, Carrymore are good from Sports Direct. Yeah, I looked at them. Rumble Sail Boo. They tried to ban Manhunt, if I remember. But yeah, and the second one. Alex Fixie, any funny stories from when you were a youngster? Well, let me think for a bit. Maybe I thought something earlier that I thought was quite funny. Let me think. Well, I'll have a little thing. I mean, I'll have to do a video. I'll do like a video on it. It'll be funnier. You know what I mean? Iron Man Spartan, Stella Artois or Cronenberg. Probably say Stella, I think. Ancient Warrior No Escape was a good film. Not sure if I've seen that. I've heard of it though. Peach, all you need for a flail is mild steel bar, welded chain, and steel pipe. Good to go. Yeah. Weapons up. Yeah, some nutter killed someone and had played Manhunt. Media said the game made him kill people. Yeah, I remember it. Stabbed someone, didn't he? I think. That's typical of the old, oh yeah, he played a game, ban it, Game had no fucking influence on, on anyone killing someone. Tier 100, have you seen Extra? No. And Jump Suburb Fortress with Bitter Lambert. Never seen that, but have you ever seen that other Fortress, the Australian film? I highly recommend. Look up Fortress. It's an Australian film. And it's about these bank robbers who take a classroom of young kids hostage, and then the kids escaping, and then more than that. But I won't tell you anymore because it'll spoil it. But I highly recommend Fortress, the Australian version. Slingshot are baseball bats legal in England? No, mate. There's one there. Whether I either stabbed them or used a hammer. Oh, that was it, yeah. And they blamed other movies, games rather than the mental. It's like with the James Bulger stuff, and they blamed that on Child's Play 3. And they were saying that in Child's Play 3, he gets... Well, they said that James Bulger had paint chucked on him and chucked on train tracks. And they said in Child's Play 3, the same thing happens. But in it wasn't the same. It was Chucky being shot with paintballs and being nearly hit by a roller coaster, which is nothing like it. I'm Matt Spartan. The Columbine shooters blamed Doom for their actions. What BS? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, total bollocks though, isn't it? Peach said, news stories just want the view and to cause panic when it comes to games. Yeah. In short words, it's cool. The truth is that video games like that are a fantasy. However, we are all constantly restraining the animal within us that want to bash the next man's head in. Yeah, but the thing is, you don't do it, do you? Sort of, you know. Even if you did, it wouldn't be because a computer game made you do it. Tom said, have you seen the TV series Wilfred? The original is Austrian, but the new is American, Australian, but same. Yeah, I have seen Wilfred. Don't tell me what happens at the end, though, because I've not seen them all yet, but I want to watch them all. And I was probably going to watch the original series as well. But yeah, I used to shop BBC 3. Weapons of 93. Boy in my year at school killed his family, then killed himself. Media ran a really fucked up story on it. Truth is, he was depressed for years and his parents were drug addicts. There was a decent documentary on him where they told the truth. Look up Jed Allen. That's a weird coincidence, mate. I actually watched a documentary on Jed Allen about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Quite interesting. The one I watched, though, was a weird thing by Conspiracy Theories bloke. I can't remember what his name is now. He's not a conspiracy theorist, but he does stuff similar to that. He does stuff about aliens as well, and you know. But yeah, I did actually watch a documentary about Jed Allen recently. But he was actually was he in your actual? You sort of know him then, did you? Or Rocket Man? Have you seen No Country for Old Men? Yeah, that's good. I really like that. Tier 100 games are the new thing to blame before it was TV, then it was books, yeah. Another good Aussie film is Wolf Creek, Wolf Creek 2. Yeah, there's a TV series of them as well now. Same actors and that. I've not seen the TV series yet. There's 2 series of it though. But, I love Wolf Creek, really good. Yeah, and they are funny, like you said. Simon Jones said that in the UK weapons and stuff. Simon Jones, exactly. The computer doesn't make you do it. It's our nature anyway. We just don't do it for various reasons most of the time anyway. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, not worry. If you ever come to America, I'd introduce you to my redneck family and the guns and moonshine. Oh, I appreciate that. If I ever do come over there, which I might, and I'm near where you are, I'll definitely say hello and have some moonshine. Weapons on all the media said everyone knew he was a killer. Chatted with him at school and he was totally normal, nice guy. Just came from a broken home, very sad. Didn't know a second series came out. We'll have to check that out. Good old Mick Taylor. Yeah, weird thing is I've got the second series downloaded, but I can't get hold of the first one. I may get the first series of Wolf Creek on DVD, and then I've got series 1 and 2. Peach, I like the part in No Country for Old Men where he makes a pump action into a sauna. Yeah, I like No Country for Old Men. It's a good film. I'd nearly spot a bit then, but yeah. Just in case no one's who haven't seen it. Yeah, I would definitely recommend No Country for Old Men. It's good. My dad liked it, and he don't like a lot of films. I can always say a film's good if my dad likes it. There's a lot of things he won't watch. He only likes films if they're quite realistic, sort of thing. And that's quite realistic. You could see that sort of happening, you know. I'm a Spartan Michael Ryan shooting, got gun control in the UK. Yeah. Simon Jones, I like the bit in No Country for Old Men when he has to jump out the window and has the gun fighting the street. Yeah. It's a good film, isn't it? Yeah, and what about Derek Bird? We killed a few in Cumbria. Yeah, we mentioned Derek Bird last week, I think. Slingshot Warrior, have you ever threw Tomahawk? No. The only thing I've thrown is I used to be able to throw a knife really good, but I can't throw it for shit now. Last time I practiced, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get the fucking stick in. So I gave up. But I might have another go. And Ninja Stars. Peach. Yeah, who is the dickhead who got pistols banned? I really want one. Lol, shame. Weapon and Stuff. No Country came out the same year as There Will Be Blood. Two great films. Yeah. There Will Be Blood's good, isn't it? Things that were awesome. Simon, do you like the film Quadrophenia? Yeah, that's good. Tell you what I did download. It was I stopped mentioning it, and then I stopped mentioning it, and then Kate's and Daryl sent me a link, and I've now got the original version, the BBC version of Scum, which I'll watch soon. Yeah, I didn't. Did I get mixed up? Is there an original version of Made in Britain as well? Dumbledore Boo might know. But yeah, I didn't realise there was like an original version of Scum, but I've got it now, and I'll watch it soon. Just so you all know, I'm probably going to be on until 11:30. I think people started going to bed already, but yeah, it'll be alright. One last DVD I've got next to me. Things that worry. Have you ever studied martial arts? I have, brother. When I was a kid, and I mean a kid, you know, like probably 12, no, under 12, I was in middle school. I was asked by my friend Ian wanted to do judo, and he asked if I wanted to do it as well. And I went a couple of times, and I just didn't like it. It wasn't the judo I disliked; it was the doing it I didn't like. I didn't like having to wear the stuff, and it was having to sort of be doing things with strangers I didn't like either. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the only sort of martial arts I've ever done, and that was like twice, and I stopped. Weapon Stuff. Time flies in these streams. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I can't believe that's been what 2.5 hours already. Dumbledore, where did you get the televised version of Scum from it? Someone sent me a link, so I'll send you that link if you want. But I didn't look where they got it from. It was on some website anyway. But I'll send you the link that someone sent me if you want later on. If I don't do it, remind me and I will. But I've still got the link. Iron Man, Spartan, Love, Honor and Obey is a good British movie. You know what? I've never seen that, but I want to. I've seen the pictures of Denise Van Out and giving a cucumber a blowjob there. Downloaded those, I think. Simon Jones would be good if you stay till 4 a.m. I'm gonna one day, mate. I'm definitely gonna. I'm gonna try and do an 8-hour one once, and 8 hours the limit you can do on the way I do it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to do an 8-hour stream one day. Probably won't be able to talk at all at the end though. Things like why I did karate for 5 years, and I understand. Yeah, it was the weird having to do stuff with strangers I didn't like. You know, just weird. Iron Man, Spartan, Death Sentence is a great movie. Yeah, that's Kevin Bacon in it. Never seen that, but weirdly enough, I've got it downloaded. Rumble Sabu, so cheers, mate. Run stuff. I ought to do more riot shield training. That's quite intensive exercise. I'm going to get one of them soon. I don't know about the big one. I'll probably get one of the small ones, round ones. Simon Jones, I have studied karate mainly, but would highly recommend. Yeah, if you could learn it in a different way, nowadays you probably could. You could probably learn it from videos now, couldn't you? But it's having to mess around with people you don't know. I just found it too odd and bizarre. Weapons of 93. You'll need a Stephen Hawking voice box for a long one. Yeah, I know. Just trying to think if I've got anything that I could. Well, what's that thing on Microsoft? What's the bloke on Microsoft? You type it in, and he speaks for you. Might have to try that. Slingshot Warrior, I like the Vampire Hunter kit. Love movies where the hunter is a hero. Have you ever seen my modern Vampire Hunting kit, mate? Hang on, I'll try and get it for you. Half the stuff's missing out of it at the minute. But this is my modern Vampire Hunting kit. It's not going to have a lot of the stuff in it, but you can see like the cross. There's a cross and spikes. That's not supposed to be in there. There's a stake there, and then under there would have been the crossbow on that, but there's just a load of rubbish in there. UV torch, Dippo lighter. There's a video of that on there if you want to see that. Simon Jones, have you ever seen the film Made in Britain? Yeah, I mentioned that about 2 minutes ago, mate. I've got Made in Britain on DVD. Yeah, I think there's like, I don't know if there's an original version of that as well, like a TV version of that, but I'm not sure. Weapon stuff, I really want a round one, so let me know if you find one with a few in stock that are of decent quality. Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't know what you meant for a second then. Yeah, yeah, I'm not actually seeing any, but yeah, that's what I want. If I do see one though, I'll tell you. The riot shield. Simon said it's on YouTube, full version, mate. Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, I've got it. I've got it on DVD. Weapons and stuff, Microsoft Sam, that's it, yeah. Might rough a helicopter gets such sorry. Oh god. There's a female version as well, isn't there, I think. Dumble Sourbush said I learnt origami and made a Millwall brick. And I have to include that in my self-defense video. Not self-defense video, self-defense weapons video when I do it. Iron Man Spartan, pushing a weighted sled is good right training. Great for barging power. Yeah, I bet it is. Think it awesome kit. Did you hear about Cobra Kai series? Yeah, if you go on the trending, that's on there. I don't know what it'd be like, whether it'd be any good or not. People don't know that's like a sequel to the Karate Kid, but with the two original characters as adults. And then Slingshot said it's on YouTube Red. Do you have to pay for YouTube Red? I don't know. Simon Jones, sorry I wasn't paying attention about Made in Britain. Not sure if I believe in vamps. Seen no previously. I don't believe in them personally, mate. But made an interesting video. Don't worry about the Made in Britain stuff. But yeah, I'm glad you said. Yeah, yeah, that's vampire kit I made because people do like them kind of videos. So. Weapon stuff, yeah. The round right shields are fast response mobile shields. The bigger shields like mine are like shield wall ones, but for one single person. Round one is a lot more practical. Now I do like that big one you got, but like you said, it's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Something smaller would work. Well, it would work better. Either that'll make one, but it's making something with clear plastic. I just wouldn't be able to do it. I could make a solid shield. Romper Stomper, we love that, mate. I think we spoke about that one week because there's on YouTube. There's like a Romper Stomper sequel series with Hando's son. I did have a look at it. It looks a bit. It don't have the same kind of feel as Romper Stomper, if you know what I mean. Romper Stomper was good because of the era and the music, whereas this new one is modern. And that didn't seem to have any of the music from that gives you the feeling of what it is, you know. So, yeah, I did look for polycarbonate online, couldn't find the proper stuff. Now, I bet if you could, it'd probably be expensive as well. But yeah, I think trying to make something would be hard. You'd either have to try and find something that uses something like that. Half the time, you have to try and find something that uses the same material, get that and make it into it, you know. Drinks at Warwick, are smoke bombs legal in England? I ain't got a clue, mate. Someone else might know, though. Weapons stuff 93. A metal shield with small holes in it, see-through might be good. Yeah. You always just have a little eye bit. You know what I mean? I'm going to make a small shield soon. If I can't get one, I'm definitely going to make one. I'll probably do both. Try and get one and make one. Iron Man. Ping pong ball wrapped in tinfoil is a smoke bomb. Number Saber, American History X is a great film. Watched it for the first time the other day. That's good, isn't it? I was trying to remember. That may be the film that made me grow a goatee. But I don't know. It was about the time when I grew one, I think, when that came out. That's good, isn't it? When stuff, smoke bombs are legal. Lots of airsoft like Selden. Pink or yes, peach. See you later. They like the peach. Smoke bombs are legal. We use them in airsoft and paintballing. Weapons stuff. What makes the good right shields is having 2 layers of shield absorbs impact a lot better that way. Yeah, I've noticed with yours it's that, and I bet that does make a hell of a difference. Right, just said my internet's disconnected. That's back again now. I was going to say if it starts, I may have to stop. I'll carry on still. I'm not going to go off. Simon said I would consider becoming a vampire if it wasn't for the fact human blood would eventually run out. Even if farmed like daybreakers, it's like our current addiction to oil. It will be the end of us. I like that. If vampires was real, I would contemplate becoming a vampire. Purely because how long you can live. That'd be amazing being able to live. Potentially forever, wouldn't it? But like you said, it would be it's the blood, isn't it? And they're not being able to go out in the light. Alex said 5mm thick perspex. Yeah. I don't know though, that may I don't know if that would break with like a crossbow hit to it or something. String shots are cool. Spartan. Iron Man Spartan did imagine a vegan vampire, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Daybreakers was a good film scene for horror. I like that. That was the Spearig brothers, I think. We spoke about that last week. Weapon and stuff. The round shields do that as well. They seem to have polycarbonate square with a handle and then the bigger right shield behind it. The coppers round our way don't use riot shields. They just hide behind wheelie bins. Just wait for the fighting to stop. Yeah, I've seen some videos of the police being chased by people running away from a load of lucky teenagers. The kind of thing they do around here, probably run away from them. Or just wouldn't turn up in the first place. James Danner said, right off what you are for. If you are, see you later, mate. We're only going to be on for another 10 minutes anyway. And my my internet on this laptop is now going on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. So I may have to go off. Well, I'm going off in 10 minutes anyway. So lasted a good time though. Weapon stuff, I'm probably better armed than my local police. Yeah, yeah. Someone said our police smoke grenades legal time. I don't know, mate. Some people might know. Or another great film, Standoff, an indie action film. Is that how old is that? Is that quite old? I don't know. I've not seen that. Let me have a look. Oh no, better not actually. As my internet keeps going on and off on off. James Drennan, good show. Cheers, mate. Cheers for joining in. Voice is going now. I think there's a cold going around anyway, and I noticed this morning I had a bit of like phlegm. I never have any kind of phlegm in my throat. I never need to cough anything up. I noticed this morning I had a bit like coughed a bit of stuff up, so I may be getting that. If I feel like death tomorrow, though, I'll still stream. I'll just have to sit here like this, dying. And maybe just let everyone chat to themselves and read the odd comment out every now and then. But I'll still do it anyway. Simon Jones, you should bait some riot police and steal their superior riot shields. Things why I said it's new. Oh, I'll write that down and have a look, mate. Came out in 2016. All right, I'll have a look. Weapon and stuff, it'd be more interested in getting some CS gas. Could do really good respiratory tests for that. Yeah, that would be interesting. Simon Jones, you should all drink at least 2 litres of water a day. Oh, I do, easily. I definitely always drink at least that much. I definitely drink at least 2 litres of water a day. Alex said, what do you think of Cranbit? Yeah, I like Cranbits. I've only ever had... Have I ever had a proper Cranbit? I don't know. Have I? I think now. I've made one though. Weapons off. Yeah, my cold was nearly gone, and this morning my ears were all blocked and shitty. I hate that. But I get quite susceptible to bad ears, so every time I think my ears are going bad, it really pisses me off. Sometimes I go completely deaf from it. Because this ear is nearly deaf anyway, as you know, I've got hearing aid. And then if this one goes bad, I'm virtually deaf. Because when this is all right and that one's a bit all right, it doesn't really affect me. Simon said that will help with your immune system also. Yeah, honestly, I drink a lot of water, so I should be all right. Mike, have you ever watched the American gun fail videos? Some people should never ever go near a gun. I have watched some of them, I think. I don't know if it's the same ones, but Simon said, is CS gas legal? Only want smoke in case my house was... No, I think he was just like, you know, he'd like it, but... Simon said it's a good distraction to run. The other Simon said filter the water if possible because there's all kinds of shit. Yeah, we were talking about this, estrogen and God knows what in water, ain't there? Weapons and stuff. I fill my army canteen up at the start of the day, then finish it. That's 1.1 litre. Then cups of tea and coffee make up the rest. Yeah. I easily, definitely, that's all I drink is, apart from booze, I drink black coffee. I have about 3 black coffees a day, and the rest, probably easily have 2 of these bottles a day. Oh man, I have a PPK style all black 8mm blank pistol. It's stupidly low. I had one of them and then I sold it. If you look at my old videos though, you'll see it on there. Simon said, water is life. Good show, weapons and stuff. Stay strong. Weapons and stuff will help prevent getting kidney stones. I had 2, absolute torture. Ever had anything like that? No. But I'll tell you why I keep saying I've got a bad foot and I can't eat certain things. It's because I had gout. And that, when I had it recently, I couldn't even fucking walk. It was so painful. It affected all the joint in my left foot, my left big toe, left foot big toe. The joint say there. It's got now I've got a lump on it, and because of that, I now have to watch what I eat and certain booze and stuff. So I've stopped eating certain things. And I drink a lot of water now. It says drink a lot of water because gout can give you kidney stones. But luckily they're supposed to be softer than normal kidney stones. So you can sort of get rid of them easier. But yeah, that's why I've been saying about bad foot and not eating certain things now. But no, never had kidney stones. But that's why I'm watching what I eat because I don't want to get kidney stones because I've heard how painful they are. Slingshot warrior, have you ever decided to make something big like a catapult or a giant? Yeah, well, we call slingshots catapults, but no, That's something I would make. I want to make a guillotine eventually to do some tests, and possibly a guillotine where you can put a blade on it to test, drop it down on body armor, test it so it's more equal than you just doing that. Simon Jones, if you don't mind me asking, sir, what would happen with your hearing aid and shit hit phone? Does it need batteries? Sorry for my ignorance. Yeah, it needs little batteries. Batteries last, I can't remember how long it was, I think 2 weeks at a time. And yeah, you'd be pretty fucked in shit van. But luckily, I don't really need it, if you know what I mean. It only affects me if this ear goes bad. But I can get around without it because it helps. Like when I'm going up the shops, helps me for crossing the road and shit. But I don't really need it to live, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I think if you were totally deaf, you'd be deaf in a shit van situation long term. Weapons and stuff. Can you still legally get blank pistols? If so, where from? Can you still legally get blank pistols? I'm not. I think you can only get the orange ones now, mate. Or you can get ones that are blue. But I think you know that battle orders. Battle orders still do them. But yeah, they've got to be colourful now, like the BB guns. I don't know if you can get them in the post or not. I don't know. I don't know if you can get them in the post. Slingshot Warrior, flare guns are effective. Some gentleman, a good friend of mine had kidney stones. He said it was terrible. I think he had a small one. Once it was eroded before I was forced to endure the pain of pissing it out. Yeah, my dad had kidney stones and he was like last year. He was like laying on the floor in pain. You know, he couldn't get up. So painful. Iron Man Spartan, yes, but they are orange. Mine is pre-banned, so it's okay. I'll sell it you if you like with 60 blank to a spare mag. And stuff. Oh no, I'm alright. I ain't got no money issues. If that was aimed to me, Iron Man, I'd love to buy that kind of stuff. I just ain't got the money anyway. And stuff. Yeah, women I used to work with got kidney stones a lot. She had a few kids as well. She said she'd choose giving birth any day over kidney stones. Yeah, I've read that. That's what made me change my diet and eat better and exercise more. But yeah, especially more painful than childbirth. But yeah, the pain of kidney stones is apparently like giving birth. I had one 20 years ago. The pain in my kidneys was terrible, horrible thumping pain. Got worse that night. You can get black realistic blank files in the post. Just need an exemption, such as being a member. And yeah, so yeah, me and Liam spoke about that. I think I showed you a video of mine, didn't I, Mike? Yeah, you did. Simon said, interesting. Would you say having a loss of hearing has sharpened your other senses to an extent? Not really sure, mate, because mine's not that bad. Like this is 100%. This one was probably down at one point, like 30%. Partly it is I've got perforated eardrum. The eardrum's collapsed. It's rubbed away the bones, so the hearing will never come back. But sometimes I get extremely loud tinnitus in that ear. Well, that hearing aid cancels out some of the tinnitus and makes sound louder. But like at the moment, my tinnitus isn't that bad, so it doesn't really affect me that much. But I don't know about has it made other senses better. Probably not, because it's not as profound as it could be, you know what I mean? Well, I'm going to have to go off in about a minute, so let's start wrapping this up now. Just want to look see if there's anything else I needed to talk about. That was it. Yeah, because it's 11:30 now. Everyone's got bed. I'll just read these last comments. Yeah, both my kidney stones caused me briefly blackout from the pain. Second one cut my member open as I pissed it out. Worst bit was the horrible urge to piss that wouldn't go away. Ah, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, like I said, my dad had them, and he had it bad, you know, but they ain't come out yet. I think they're big enough that they can't get out, and then you have to have tablets. But yeah, because of the thought of that, I've changed my diet. Mainly, all I've got to cut out is can't have seafood, can't have Marmite, and gravy. And then I just need to eat in moderation meat and stuff like that. And then there's other stuff like vegetables and fruit you can eat as much as you want. So it's probably just having a good diet anyway. Just avoid prawns. And booze. Booze is the main one. The only thing like, you're not supposed to drink at all, really. But they reckon the worst thing for gout is beer and wine. So I did a test where I got drunk on vodka and water, and the gout didn't come back. So, but what I also did is being dehydrated can bring it back. So I made sure just before when I finished drinking, I downed a pint of water. I even woke myself up early and drank some water. And I drank water before I was drinking. So I drank at least 3 pints while drinking, plus all the water I was drinking with it, and it didn't come back. I'll just finish off these last questions. Other stuff, I was just more curious if that's still legal. Can't justify buying one currently, regardless. But yeah, I know, mate, it's a nasty pain, ain't it? Alex said, all right, you live tomorrow? Yes, I'll be on same time tomorrow, 8 till 11:30. Tom said, Iron Man, make a video showing it. Iron Man, good work, Mike. Rocket Man, nice stream, catch you tomorrow night. Oh, things that were inherited my dad's back problem. Simon said, grow your own food, embrace traditional lifestyle, prepare for shit hit fan, lift weights, drink plenty of water, eat natural foods only, avoid soy. Their reckonings have come in for us Europeans. Yeah, certainly could be. Right, let's call it a day then. I've checked my list. There was nothing else on it. I appreciate you all watching. It's been a good laugh again. I've enjoyed it. Had some good talk, And I'll be on again tomorrow about the same time, 8:30 till 11:30. Right, let's just see. Right, I'll say see you later, everyone. See you later, Ant. See you later, Simon, Iron Man, Rocket, Slingshot, Double Sail Boo, Liam. See you all later. See you tomorrow who's on. And hopefully some of the people who didn't make it tonight will be on tomorrow, like Electro and that. All right? Yeah, I reckon that'll do for tonight. Been 3 hours again. I hope I can talk tomorrow and I hope I ain't got cold. But thanks for viewing. I appreciate it. Donald Young, remember when you made your first woody crossbow? Sorry, Donald, we're just going off now, but we'll be on tomorrow. See you all later. I'm going to turn off now. Cheers for watching. See you later.